Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you and on your schedule. Whether you're running from work, home, or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
You ever notice the harsh feeling and chlorine taste in LA water? That's why I made the switch to LifeSource water. Their whole house water system gives clean, filtered water from every tap in my house. It's become our essential appliance we love using every day. No salt, no regular maintenance. With LifeSource, you deal directly with their local factory. No middlemen, no hassle. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. Warranty limitations apply.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
A hot Chicana from the barrio keeping it real.
It's a Heina Friday.
It's a Heina Friday.
A hot Chicana from the barrio keeping it real.
Not a Heina that smokes that juice.
You suck and you're gutless.
I want to suck your blood.
It's a Heina Friday.
Yeah, and as somebody who was younger and who was looking out for Big Bro at the time.
But he was young. He wouldn't know not to get married.
Yeah, what the hell would I have known at 21 years old?
He was dropping Miami Heat everywhere.
But that's my point. Don't you see that if he would have said to me, hey, listen, I'm dropping Miami Heat. You should be dropping Miami Heat. Let's go drop Miami Heat together. You know, let's go be Crockett and Tubbs. You know what I mean?
The Sedano and Kap morning show is on the air.
I woke up at 4:30 because I got to go to the bathroom, once. But
only once per night?
Only once, yeah.
Hey, nice prostate.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
Give me a freaking break.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
How do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger.
Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap morning show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
My girlfriend Jean went to Korea and had salmon sperm injected into her face. Beautiful.
Okay, well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. That salmon sperm's going to make all the difference tonight, brother.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo? Bit Boy. It's a Heina Friday.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Heina Friday here in the Sedano and Kap morning show.
Sometimes it's got to get really hard.
This is Pepe Mantilla, your Spanish voice of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Sometimes it's got to get really hard.
And it's a Heina Friday.
Yeah.
7:02 and 40 seconds. Good morning. Happy Heina Friday, wherever you may celebrate. And we'd like to thank the Oakland Raiders of Los Angeles visiting Las Vegas for participating in the National Football League. Pick up your commemorative "We Have a Coach with Fake Teeth" t-shirts at the door, please. Wow, what a disgusting football game last night.
But wait a second. Hold on. By who?
By both teams.
I mean, by both teams.
There you go. Thank you.
Here's what I would say. I would say that while Denver's defense is excellent, we can all agree on that, yes?
Yes.
I think Denver's defense is very good.
Yes.
Hey.
Bo Nix has moments where he looks great, and then there's moments he looks like a second-year player, right? So I
didn't
think
see
that
any of the great moments last night.
Well, not last night, but I'm talking about throughout the course of a season.
I understand.
And I think that, Denver's a playoff-esque type team. Like, they'll be in the mix, but they're not a real threat, I believe, to win a championship.
Well, look, after the game, they talk to Sean Payton and they say, Coach, you always say you are what your record is. And he stops the reporter and he goes, I hear a but coming. They are 8-2. They have the best record in the NFL. Denver finds ways to win close games. But will that happen in the postseason is another question. But right now, they're in control of the AFC West, and now they've got, as Al Michaels pointed out last night,
schedule's crazy now.
Right, they've got a lot of time off before they face Kansas City, and then after the Kansas City game, then they've got the bye. So Denver's schedule is very, very good for them in terms of keeping their team healthy.
Right, but it gets harder the rest of the way.
No doubt. But let's just, can we focus on the Raiders for 1 second?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's
a disaster.
Let's start with Morales.
Okay.
Morales, I got a message this morning before we even came on the air from the Benson crime family.
Oh.
And they said, hey, congratulations on the 5 last night.
So
Your Raiders pick.
So people know what that means. We pick our picks against the spread. And I just want to over-explain things because after yesterday's destruction of this radio station with that Will.i.am segment in the afternoon.
What happened?
Well, we'll talk about that later. It was just, I think it was the 30 minutes of worst radio we've ever done here. And that's a lot of things went on.
Listen, I've done some bad radio here in 10 years.
And guess what? This was worse.
Oh, George, hey, George, congratulations. Your worst just moved up. It's no longer the worst.
It's not even as bad as Keyshawn's first day. Hi, everybody.
I mean, Keyshawn's first day was pretty rough.
By the way, Keyshawn Johnson will be joining us, LA's native son, the man of Troy.
That's what I was referring to when I meant I was been around for some bad radio.
He will be here at 8 a.m. Meanwhile, go ahead. So the Benson crime family has what to say. So your 5 is our picks against the spread. You took the Raiders with the points. The Broncos did not cover, even though they won. And
By
now
the way,
you get 5 points because you're a gutless bum.
Yeah. Well, what they said was, tell Morales he's a scumbag. That's what they said. That's what they told me to tell you.
Can we talk about how I think the punter could be, like, point shaving here? Like, what was going on with that punter yesterday for the Denver Broncos? His first 30 punts were complete shanks. Like,
dude, that guy,
like not even
today.
close.
No, he should get cut today. I mean, it was bad. But listen, I just want to go back to, because I watched those Denver punts, and when you were hitting me up last night, like, is he point shaving? I'm like, I don't know what he's doing, but he does not look like a professional punter. In fact, the game didn't even look like professional players.
It was so bad.
On both sides.
Yeah, both sides were terrible.
But here's the thing. We can sit here and ridicule the Raiders because they lost last night. If ever there was a game, say again, Linz?
I said, and we will.
But if ever there was a game that the Raiders should have won, it was last night. And even though the Broncos are 8-2, after last night, I think they're terrible. The Raiders had a missed field goal that would have tied the game. They had a touchdown taken off the board due to a penalty. They had a long run by Genti that was taken off the board by a penalty. They had 9 penalties on the game.
By the way, our YouTube audience is asking why why everything's blurry when we look at Sedano and Kap.
Yeah,
and it's an actual point. You guys are blurry, and Lindsay is crystal clear.
Let's take a look at Lindsay.
I don't know.
Let's take a look at her.
Like, if you look at what you guys are seeing is the pre-feed.
Yeah.
The post-feed, Cappy's just all blurry.
You guys need to clean off your lenses of your cameras?
No, I think it's a web issue.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
just
it's
kidding.
not that. Look, the Raiders last night, they did everything possible to lose that game. From Ashton Genti having a ball hit him in the hands that gets intercepted.
Well, and then the punt that got blocked that hit the guy's helmet.
Oh, my God, dude. That was so pathetic. The guy didn't even block the punt. The punter kicked the ball into him. That guy who gets credit for the block had no intention of blocking the punt.
No, his helmet did it, right?
Right. His hands were by his side. So the Raiders did everything they could do to lose last night. Terrible penalties, touchdowns being taken off the board, compliments of penalties, interceptions, inability to pass block because their offensive line is in shambles. I mean, they did everything possible to lose that game. And thankfully, the Denver Broncos were like, hey, are you enjoying the Mile High City? Yeah, here, have it. Have the game. Well, the Broncos tried to give it to them.
Did you hear how much? I mean, their fans, the Bronco fans, were booing the whole game.
Right. Rightly so.
Like the whole game, they were booing their own team.
Yeah, they were terrible. But really, I focus on the Raiders because the Broncos get the win. The Broncos are 8-2.
Wait, I thought we were just focusing on the Broncos.
Well, I'm coming back now.
Oh, okay.
The Broncos are in the driver's seat in the AFC West. The Broncos are currently in the driver's seat in the AFC. So the Broncos actually will look back at this game and they'll go, yeah, we didn't play well, but it doesn't matter. We won. The Raiders will look back on this game and say, we had an opportunity to actually win a game on the road in the division, and we effed it up every way humanly possible.
Yeah, but that's what bad teams do.
That's exactly right. You're exactly right. Bad teams find ways to lose. Bad teams can't find ways to win when they're handed a victory on a silver platter. You're exactly right.
Yeah. So the Raiders stink. They're going to stink. They're going to continue to stink because they're a stinky organization. They are rancid, Cappy.
Oh, wow. That's a serious word.
I like that word. That's good.
Rancid's a serious word. Wow. I will say this. There was a part of me last night when I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe Pete Carroll doesn't survive past this year.
Well, did you hear the postgame? We had a little bit of it in the open when he was saying it's really hard to win games.
Sometimes it's got to get really hard.
But, I mean, he sounds like an old man that doesn't belong coaching a football team, especially not this football team.
Well, that's just it. He sounds like a guy who...
Let's play the one on his defense because we just want to hear him for 14 seconds try to talk. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead. Let me hear
so much heart, so much toughness, and so much grit about him. I was just so proud, to be in the room with him. And it's just unfortunate because I love him so much that I just wanted to have wins and the fun and have a great locker room and a great ride home and a few days off and all that. We didn't get that.
Oh, God.
Nope.
Just want to have fun.
Sonny, come here and get a fight out with Bill, Sonny.
I was really
Sometimes
thinking last night.
Really hard.
I was watching last night. I'm thinking to myself, George, I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe he doesn't make it past this year. Like, maybe he realizes.
I think he's. If I'm him, I don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah, because
this is not what he thought he signed up for.
No, it's a complete rebuild.
Yeah,
it is a complete rebuild.
But Cappy, you can't put a Band-Aid on this thing. Like this thing. Yes, I'm glad you finally got here. Week 10. I told you this in August. This was going to be a disaster.
Well, I mean, look at his offensive line. They can't keep anybody healthy.
But it wasn't good to begin with.
No, it wasn't. But if you're at least healthy and all 5 of your guys are healthy and you're in week 9 or 10 and at least there's some cohesiveness. But when you can't keep guys healthy and your best offensive lineman is out and he's been out for weeks and then guys are falling down on the field and you don't even have backups, their offensive line is a disaster. Their wide receiving core is made up of rookies. Their quarterback, you could just see his frustration last night because for all the blame that Geno Smith will take, it's not really on him.
Can we give credit to Geno Smith for just a moment? Like he was.
The fact he came back into the game?
He was all banged up and he's constantly writhing around on the ground, and he
still
came.
Walk.
And he couldn't walk, and he still stayed in because he knew that Kenny Pickett was so bad that he couldn't. That he had to go out there to even have a shot.
Yeah,
like,
but you know what, Bergie?
Give him a little bit of credit.
I would have rather seen Kenny Pickett at 100%. Than Geno Smith on one leg.
I mean, we saw Kenny Pickett for those 3 plays that he actually did come in for, not do.
Yeah, but Greg, you're talking about a guy who's been sitting on the bench for 3 hours.
No, I get it, but
and it's hard to just come in and be good
Sometimes
right
it's gotta
away.
Get really hard,
especially when you don't have an offensive line in front of you.
No,
that's why Geno was so beat up.
Yeah, but then why let him go back in? Because he wasn't doing anything either. He couldn't use his legs anymore.
He wanted to finish the game. That's what Pete said. He said, he told me, I want to finish the game.
Yeah, he wanted to try to lead him. I want to give him credit.
Yes.
You love this stuff, the heart and soul. He was trying to put out the heart and soul.
Big time. But, I mean, honestly, look at the receiving core of the Raiders. They got Tyler Lockett a couple weeks ago. okay, so he's a legit NFL receiver, but he's also at this point, he was available late in the season. Otherwise, Brock Bowers had one catch. I mean, for me, I would have just been looking for Brock Bowers the entire night.
By the way, Aunt Esther in the YouTube chat says, need a 100-yard dash between Pete and CMM. That's me.
Ooh, that'd be close, probably, right?
No, he'd beat you.
Yeah.
No,
I think
he
Pete's
would
got
beat
it.
Yes,
me.
he would.
He
No
would, after
question.
like 20 yards, his hip would give out.
No, he'd definitely beat you.
No.
Wait, you really honestly
on.
think you could beat Pete Carroll in a 100-yard dash?
He's got to, like, his bones will start flying out. He doesn't have enough calcium in his body.
Wait a second. I just
What
want
do
the
you
guys,
have?
I got plenty of calcium. I take calcium every day.
I want the guys in the back to find videos of Pete Carroll running during practices.
Yeah, he's
you
like
gotta
playing
run
quarterback
sprints.
and
I
stuff.
understand. He's 97,000 years old. Listen to him.
Yeah, but
His teeth are going to come flying out at yard 90.
when was the last time you ran 100 yards?
The other day, I had to run from side to side. That was over 100 yards of the building.
Side to side to what?
Of the building. And I sprinted very fast to make it over here in like 11 seconds.
All right, I'd like to time
And my heart
you.
didn't even hurt.
I'd like to time you in a 100-yard dash.
Okay.
And then I'm going to time Pete on video.
I agree. I think we should do this.
We can do it right here in the hall
And we
right
think
now.
that Pete is
Well, no,
going
there's no
agree
100
to-
yards in the hall. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way. Yeah.
Like 40.
No, it's more than
Not
that.
even. Not even.
Why
Do
don't
you
we
remember when
redo that? Why
Marcellus
don't we
and John? Well, you remember when Marcellus and John raced down the hallway that one time?
And
But we
Marcellus
also did
pushed
the
him?
we also
And he
did the
chicken winged.
Yeah.
He chicken winged John.
We also did the marquee race. Instead of the marquee race, why don't we do the key or something? More key race. And it's Morales versus Keyshawn. I'll beat him.
Oh, come on.
I'll beat him.
I mean, I'm not saying Keyshawn's in shape or looking
No,
fast.
but he would. I mean, you couldn't even come close.
By the
I
way,
mean,
though, it would be a good bit. And then imagine
no, it
if
would
my
not.
heart gave
It
out
would
at
not.
the end.
It would be. It would be hilarious for about like 20 yards, and then it would be sad.
I'll beat him, that scumbag.
I'd say Keyshawn runs backwards and you run straight. And now we got ourselves.
Now
a race.
we got ourselves.
Well, let's
a
talk.
race.
Let's,
But that's when. But that's how you tear an Achilles, man. I don't want Key to have to deal with that.
why? He's getting home. He's at home doing nothing, getting paid. It's a good time to heal. Actually, let's bring that up to him when he joins us at 8 a.m. Me and him in a 40-yard dash.
Why don't we bring up to him what you always say about him being at home getting paid?
I will.
Okay, for sure. Say it to his face.
I already have.
I know you have. That's
I have ignored his text for 4 months. Not 4 months, but like a whole month. The last text was from a month ago of him flipping me off, and then I texted him, "Hey, you going to come on the show tomorrow?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Man, I'll come on that sorry station and help your sorry show." I'm like, "Yep, 8 a.m." He's like, "All right."
Did he tell us that we were a sorry station and a sorry show?
Yeah.
Was he listening to the Will.i.am visit last night?
That was good,
So
Cap.
what happened with Will.i.am? I don't know. I didn't listen to it, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I did listen to it, and I was
So did I.
screaming while texting Greg, "What are we doing?" And he was texting Travis and Laura, "What are we doing?"
Why didn't anybody try?
Just
What
know
happened,
that
Marco?
it has lasers. it has AI.
Here's the thing.
Willie Zoom.
Taboo, who joined Tabs, as they call him, joined the day before, and he was amazing. And he,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah, he's
was
great.
part of Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
Will.i.am, it's a great get. It's a great name.
Yeah.
I think that Will.i.am was kind of doing his own show within a show, and that kind of threw everybody off. That's all.
Well,
So
I
at
think
one
that-
point, guys, at one point, he took his phone, played one of his YouTube videos into the microphone.
Now, here's the thing. If we do that bit, it's one thing.
I said we
and
do
DeMar-
that all the time. What are you talking about? We used to FaceTime people on the air.
That's us. That's this show.
Yeah.
That show wasn't prepared for that.
Oh, so you're saying if Will.i.am would have pulled that off here, you're saying we would have handled it better?
No, it would have gone 9 minutes, and we would have been like, "Okay, thanks, Will. Take care."
Well,
You don't think Cappy would have messed with him?
Yes, Cappy would have messed with him.
He would have been
Well,
like, how
but
about that Fergie national anthem?
Yeah. Well, I just think that Will.i.am was brought in yesterday because I think that they were planning to talk about him being a passionate Dodgers fan. And then when they
Well,
were
that
like,
didn't come off, really.
Well, no, because then they said to him, they go, "Hey, what'd you think about the Dodgers?" And he's like, "Well, I didn't see Game 7." And they're like, "What do you mean you didn't see Game 7?" He's like, "Well, I was at a robotics convention in like Panama." And they're like, "Oh, really? Robotics? Interesting. Tell me more."
And then that opened up the floodgates.
And it turned into a whole thing. I love Will.i.am. I love the Black Eyed Peas. And I also happen to love DeMarco and Travis. But I was not prepared for a conversation with Will.i.am about AI and how.
Oh, so you have heard it.
Oh, I watched the whole thing yesterday. I watched it on YouTube. Yeah.
Did you throw multiple items at your screen like I did?
No, I just was. when you said that it was the worst thing that ever happened on the airwaves of 710, I said, well, I got to go check this out for myself because I love Will.i.am. And like I said, I love DeMarco and Travis. And I love how enamored DeMarco gets. Like, wow, I'm blown away. And I really feel that from him. I love that. But as much as I love Will.i.am, I would have wanted to have talked to him about a million different songs, tours, shows that I've seen. And then I would have wanted to have jumped into, his passion for the Dodgers after they won the World Series, but he didn't seem to have that.
But at the end, he did realize that DeMarco was a Super Bowl champion, so that worked out.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, it was at the end.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's great. I love having Will.i.am. I loved having Taboo. Can we have them?
Oh, now you're going to do the Mason bit? So Mason's bit
what is
at
it?
the end of Super Crosstalk was like, oh, we're going to have, he made up some, I don't even think he made it up. He looked it up, like the lead singer of Devo, and he was trying to be funny, like, we're going to have him on tomorrow. And
Why
everyone was
Devo?
like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So now Mason's bit is going to be to try to have, like, we should have musical accent.
Well, it was a good idea. I will say that.
Basically,
like
I'm back to hating every show except this show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're on this show.
You have no choice, right?
Well, on Tuesdays, I'm on those shows. Now, Mason Ireland has been sounding great, but Mason having the FOMO of other shows, just like he does the liner, like, oh, we're the hottest show on YouTube. It's just like, dude, you're Mason in Ireland. You don't need to explain why you're better than us. Like, just be happy you've been on for 500 years.
Well, I thought Will.i.am, because he's an L.A. native and because he, as he pointed out, he's a product of the public schools and certain programs that got him through and, his family being involved. And I mean, just it's very L.A. It just wasn't very Dodgery, considering I thought that was the concept of why he was coming by.
By the way,
but here's the thing. I would say this, Chris. Like, I mean, it's been yesterday was 4 days since the parade. Like, do we need to talk to Will.i.am about the Dodgers?
Well, we need to talk to him about something, and we did it. So,
I mean, because I almost feel like, hey, man, there's a lot of stuff you could just talk to Will.i.am about.
Hey, man.
Well, you would think.
He brought up that his uncle played in the NFL, and his uncle was a running back that played with Billy White Shoes Johnson and played with Eric Dickerson. So there was, they were starting to move towards that. I don't.
No, Cappy, you've been doing this a long time, and you've run radio stations. So is Sedano.
Yeah.
So as a programmer, put on your programming hat, everybody.
Okay.
What grade would you give that 30 minutes of all?
I didn't hear it, so I can't give.
Oh no,
grade.
I'm asking Cappy. So if you were running this station and you would get calls today from your bosses.
Yep.
What grade would you give that?
I would give it a C-.
Okay, that's fair.
What grade would you give it?
A D.
A D.
Yeah.
I once was on a radio station in
Berkey,
New York.
what grade would you give it?
It was a C-.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because he still got something out of it where he was talking about how he was going to go play football. He tried out for the Dolphins, and everybody called him Willie Zoom. I thought that was pretty funny and interesting.
I like Willie Zoom.
Willie Zoom's a great name for him.
It is.
But I'll
That
tell you
part was
guys,
good.
let me tell you guys one thing. One time, this is like probably 1999, I'm on this radio station in New York City. And it's not a sports station. They called it a guy talk station.
Guy talk, everybody.
It's guy talk. So, but me and my partner. Put it right in your mouth. Me and my partner, though, we're sports guys. So they hired us to do the mornings, and we're the sports guys on a non-sports station. So the Lakers had just won the title, and Shaquille O'Neal was coming into New York to do a press tour. So he's doing the Today Show, Good Morning America, whatever. So I get a hold of Shaq's people, and I go, hey, can we get Shaq to come into the studio? And they go, yeah, we can do that. Shaq comes into the studio. We spend an hour with Shaquille O'Neal. To me, it was amazing radio. I get off the air. I go into the program director's office, and he goes, who the hell is that guy? And don't ever bring him on this radio station again. And I go, wait, you don't know who Shaquille O'Neal is? You don't understand that the guys across the street at WFAN are calling us saying, how do we get him on the air? Like, there's just certain guys who fit in certain formats and certain guys who just don't. And I was excited for Will.i.am yesterday, but I know you guys highly criticized it. I'm giving it a C-.
Fine. We could give it a C-. It could have been better. That's all. And that's not DeMarco's fault, Travis, DeAndre, or Laura. It's just Will.i.am was a little.
He was all over the place.
Yeah, he was all
according
over the
to you guys. I don't know because I didn't hear it. But
well, listen to it this weekend and then give us a grade.
Yeah, let us get your grade.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably have other things to do. I got to be honest with you.
Or you're just going to say, oh, that was an A just to go against us.
I also give Laura a ton of credit because she actually tried something. She got Taboo.
Absolutely.
She got
Taboo
Will.i.am.
was amazing. And today, who are they having?
They have the Jabberwockies today. So
and that was their Halloween costume last Friday, which was awesome.
That's all good stuff. At least she tried something.
Yeah,
and
I like it.
It all just didn't work.
Like Mason hasn't tried something fresh since he took his teeth out at dinner the other night.
Oh, wow.
Jeez,
Wow. What are you talking about? He was out the parade route the other day.
Oh, yeah, because he didn't copy that from us. Who the F is y'all?
I will say Mace did come in on Monday, and he was so excited by what he was hearing on the air. Bergie was out there, Jorge, myself, Sammy, everybody was out on the streets, and Mace was like, I'm going to hit the streets. And then he went out, hit the streets, called in, did a report, and was back in like 5 minutes. But I'll tell you what, Mace got out on those streets.
It's like, I did one call. That's all I needed to do.
Yep. He had a great time.
7:24. Good morning.
Respect and love to all of our teammates.
It is a High Enough Friday.
A hot Chicana from the barrio keeping it real.
Oh, is Trudell going to be on?
I think Trudell's going to come by at 9 o'clock for a quick photo. Hey, everybody. We'll smile today. We will gather around the radio and we will say, let us celebrate a High Enough Friday together. Maybe we'll hold hands. You know, Bergie's wearing a hat today because it's Friday. Bergman wears hats on Fridays.
Only on Fridays.
Only on Fridays.
During the week.
It's a hard and fast
Now, did you
rule.
buy him that hat?
I did buy him that hat.
Thank you. It's a great hat.
And Lindsay's wearing a Cavs hat that she apparently stole. We'll get to all that and more. Smile, suckers, mongrels. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show back in 3 minutes from right now.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner.
Call Jacob. Call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or visit calljacob.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Byer, presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
When it's game time, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. From the powerful Silverado to the all-electric Blazer EV, their championship caliber team is ready to help you get the perfect Chevy at the best price. Visit George Chevrolet in Bellflower or online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
I think I turned my clocks back too far. My gray hair is back to brown. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Show some care for your hair. We're offering huge savings on the Autumn Glow Hair Ritual at Sage Spa and Salon.
Number 2.
Brett Michaels' only SoCal engagement, November 21st, only at Morongo.
And the number 1 reason.
Win and drive home a Lincoln Nautilus, November 30th.
Morongo, good times.
Buenos dias.
Welcome to the sweet life. Big nights deserve big views. From Lakers and Kings games to the hottest concerts. Reserve your own private suite at Crypto.com Arena for a premium experience you'll never forget. Reserve your suite now at CryptoArenaSuites.com.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
And it's a Jaina Friday. This is Pepe Mantilla, your Spanish voice of the Los Angeles Lakers. What do you mean, Jainas? What's wrong with you guys? This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Good morning, Escott.
Good morning, buenos dias. Hey, Pepe.
7:28, good morning. It is a Hyde Friday. And on this day in 1981, the number one hit, Darryl Hall, John Oates, Private Eyes, Cappy.
Oh, yeah. Hey, speaking of Private Eyes, hey, Georgie.
Yo.
I know you had a big week this week. You had that San Antonio versus the Lakers game on ESPN National Television.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. That was not really that big of a deal in comparison to your appearance on the Cappy Lappy, which has gone completely viral.
By the way, great job, Bergie and Cappy. Like, I know I do a lot of bits about how things suck. This was amazing. Maybe the best Cappy Lappy ever.
I thought
you got to keep raising the bar.
Jonathan's camera work was great, like how he zoomed in on Richard Jefferson's bald head for a second. I thought it was very funny.
I wish now in hindsight that we could have captured me accidentally dump trucking Mike Breen. But maybe next time.
Yeah, it was a good one. I'll tell you what, Bergie did a great job.
It was great.
And then Jonathan Martin, just spectacular work by him. So, yeah, the Cappy Lappy, George.
Cool.
It was a clean lens, yes.
It was a clean lens. And he was excited to do it.
Yeah.
He was excited to it. He didn't say, like, oh, we can't do it right now. If we don't do it now, we can't do it at all. He said, let's just go over there.
He didn't say, we got stuff to do.
Yeah.
By the way, here's a PSA.
He was all in.
Here's a PSA for our listeners on this Friday, a Heina Friday. If you find a Heina tonight in your neighborhood, make sure you got a clean lens. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Make sure it's a clean lens, Jorge.
Talking to you out there.
You stopped in your tracks.
I did. I was going to go somewhere, and I was like, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a little Heina time tonight myself.
Are you?
Yeah.
Speaking of Heina time, Sedano, I had a great dinner last night. And our friends at Tin Roof Bistro, the general manager, Ash, his floor manager, Jordan, they sent over some beautiful stuff. And by the way, I pay, just so we're clear. I'm not like Cappy. But
what do you mean you're not like Cappy?
Yeah, I don't take comps.
What do you mean you don't take
contributed
comps?
with a very large tip, and I did pay for a lot of things. But Ash sent over some amazing appetizers.
Yeah, they sent some good apps.
And it was beautiful. What a place, Tin Roof Bistro. What a place to relax, Cappy. Unfortunately for me, I wasn't being loud because I didn't want to be rude.
Yeah.
Because, everybody was coming to the table. Oh, Ash says hello. But I could see the Thursday night football game from the bar, and I was getting very upset. Very upset that the fact that the Broncos couldn't cover that spread last night.
Well, I was not surprised that the Raiders covered the spread. I mean, it wasn't really about the Raiders. It was about the Broncos. The Broncos, George, if you look back a couple weeks, they just barely squeaked by the Jets. They just barely squeaked by the Giants. If you recall, they were down 19-0 in the fourth quarter, and they had to score 33 points in the fourth quarter to win 33-32. And then last week, they just also, again, kind of squeaked by.
I hear a whiny dog. I didn't realize Benny was here. Hold on.
Oh, no, a whiny dog. Oh, wait a second. A whiny dog. Hold on. Here's my point.
Dog.
Here's my point. When you look at what the Broncos have done, they beat the Texans 18-15. They beat the Giants 33-32. They beat the Jets 13-11. They beat the Eagles 21-17. Here's my point. They don't knock people out. Now, they beat up on the Bengals earlier this season, and they did beat the Cowboys by 20 points. But generally speaking, the Broncos win. They've won 8 games. They've got the best record in the NFL. They've gotten to 8-2 by winning close games. And they were down 7-0. It should have been 14-0. And then they took the lead at 10-7, and it should have been 10-10. And so the Broncos did everything, Bergie, they could do to try and give that game to the Raiders.
Yeah, over and over again. And they had so many shots, the Raiders. They are a bad team. Thursday night football usually, too, Cappy, is a very low-scoring affair typically, I feel like, too. No?
Yeah, because, these teams don't practice before these games.
Right.
I mean, they literally
play
do
on
not
Sunday. Monday's an off day. They do a walkthrough on Tuesday. Wednesday, get a little practice. You don't want to practice before the game. So there's nothing there for you. So it's always low-scoring games. And the way that the Broncos have been playing, you and I were on the same page, knowing that it was going to be a close game. It's Raiders-Broncos. That typically is the close game as well. And the Thursday night aspect, it just made sense.
But I will tell you guys, as the biggest Pete Carroll supporter around here, and as the biggest Pete Carroll believer around here, I was watching last night thinking to myself, Pete, you got no offensive line. You got this rookie running back.
What's going on back there? I want the shot back on Sedano.
Yeah,
let's
find out. What happened?
Did you see Sedano's chair he's got in when he got up? That's got to be like a $500 chair he's got in there.
Nice chair, George.
Thank you.
Nice chair.
How much did that chair cost you, honestly?
I don't know.
It's like the Cadillac Escalade of chairs.
So Benny's had a rough morning. First of all, I didn't realize that he was here because normally my wife takes him when she drops the kids off at school. But I forgot today that they're doing some sort of like event for veterans and they're making them like breakfast and all that stuff or whatever at one of the schools. So my wife is gone. So I was like, I thought I heard him, but I'm like, nah, that must just be something else. Like,
oh, look, Benny's in your lap.
Yes. And but Benny's had a rough day. He smells like Nutella because Mateo spilled a jar of Nutella, and it literally landed right on his coat. And we had to wipe him off, and it's still kind of like I just had to wet him down one more time.
Yeah, Benny licking the mic. I like that.
And, he's had a rough morning because he was trying to lick the Nutella, which obviously is not good, but thankfully it landed on his back.
George,
it's always better when it lands on your back.
George, you should know. George, what if you and I take a day off one day and Benny and Jack the Frenchie host the show? Now, we've got a side-by-side here on YouTube. You've got Benny in your lap, and I've got Jack the Frenchie in my lap. Jack, would you like to say hi to Benny? Jack, say hi to Benny. Hello, Benny. Hello. Hello, Benny. Hello. That's Jack speaking.
Man, he's a thick dog.
You guys should just have a conversation with your dogs right now.
Yeah, too bad I didn't have Chewy. He was here the last 2 days.
Yeah, that's why Bergman's eye was all red yesterday.
It was fine when I was here for Halloween.
Look at that. Look at Jack the Frenchie. He is a thick one.
He is a big dog.
He's 11 years old.
That's okay.
And he's doing good. Right, Jack?
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, right? No teeth, but,
On the other, there's Pete Carroll, and he's coaching an NFL team.
Right, there you go. That's
he
fair.
is the Pete Carroll of Frenchies. That's right. Right. All right, Jack, here you go.
Oh, it's beautiful. Dog talk
anyway,
on a Friday, everybody.
It's been a rough day for Benny this
Now,
morning.
what does Mateo put the Nutella on?
Toast.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Love Nutella.
He gets one day a week where he gets to put the Nutella on some toast. So Fridays is usually that day. And
that's how Mateo celebrates a Heine Friday. Nothing wrong with
right,
that.
he celebrates a Heine Friday with Nutella toast. And then what happened was, it just spilled. Like I think he left. I don't know what happened, but I'm guessing he left the knife in the butter knife in the Nutella, and then it just toppled over, and then it all spilled on Benny right here, like a big plop of Nutella on his back.
Like a big old plop of Nutella right on your back, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Come on, say it, Bergie.
Just ask Ron the caddy.
Let me remind you of this. Your USC Trojans are back at the Coliseum tonight as they take on the Northwestern Wildcats. Tonight's game is presented by Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Fight on. Coverage will begin at 4 p.m. That's why we're combo plating DeMarco and Travis in Mason, Ireland. Kickoff at 6 o'clock tonight for a Friday night at the Coliseum.
Very nice. It would have been a clean sweep. We started with the Rams on Sunday, Chris. We moved to the Dodger Parade on Monday. We had a little bit of Kings time on Tuesday. We had the Lakers on Wednesday, another Kings game last night against Florida. And then tonight, USC. I mean, had we stayed for the USC game,
that would have
been
a lot.
Clean sweep.
By the way, I have stayed, and I'll do a video later to thank our friends Robert Montez and the great folks at East Central Hotel. I have stayed 5 nights in a row at East Central. Mm-hmm. It truly has been my home away from home in downtown L.A., and Stephanie stayed with me last night, but she also stayed with me Sunday, and then in the middle, she was at home. So when we walked in the room, I go, you began the week here on Sunday night, and I'm still here, Jack.
Yeah, that's why I said tonight being a Heine Friday, I'm looking forward to hanging with my Heine. It's been a whole week. Haven't seen my Heine in a week.
Oh, Scott!
Where have you been? Why have you been in L.A. all week? Right. It's been one of those kinds of deals, And then last night I was like, hey, you want to have dinner? And she's like, yeah, you don't sound great. I'm like, well, I didn't want to admit to you that I may have like a tiny, tiny little cold. And she's like, yeah, no dinner for you. She's like, but get on that Mucinex, get into some honey and some tea and some lemon, the throat coat honey, and you stay at your house and I'll stay at my house.
Don't kiss me, Scott. I can't get sick.
Can't get sick.
By the way,
Cannot
there's a fresh live read bet.
Oh, yeah?
A little freshness. And I bang on the morning wood because, Sedano, it's time for our friends to talk about our friends, the Crazy Hernandez brothers at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, man. Listen, you need that hardwood. I mean, who doesn't, right? Call Hernandez, 866-62-FLOOR. Whether it's rental, ADU, your home, your business. Dr. Clapper reached out to Stephen and Carlos, the Crazy Hernandez brothers, and now he's got the hardwood at his business. Look at that. You can too. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, legitimately family run. Okay, authentic old school TLC, actual wholesale pricing year round. I told you Papi Hernandez started it 57 years ago. This music is throwing me off.
Yeah, it is. It's not great. Let me go back. I need the blues one. Hold on. It was a lot. It's a lot of guitar than I thought it would be. Stand by.
Anyway, Papi Hernandez started it 57 years ago. You got the Crazy Hernandez brothers there. All right, mom, aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, cousins, sons, daughters, sisters, you name it. They're all there, okay? No bogus sales, no gimmicks, just the best price from the start, okay? And that's why I say it and I mean it. No sale beats wholesale. So whether it is the hardwood, the laminate, the tile, the vinyl, the carpet, shaggy or Berber even, okay? Turf for the outside, whatever you need, they've got it. Over 5 million square feet of in-stock inventory. You can see it, touch it, take it home with you on the same day. And that's huge, especially when you're trying to finish a project fast. It's why designers, contractors, builders all shop here. They know the Crazy Hernandez brothers are going to take care of you. And take care of them and take care of you, too. So call them at 866-62-FLOOR. And check this out. If you're a first responder, active military, or veteran, you receive additional discounts on top of already low prices. And if you find a better price, Hernandez will match it. No questions asked. All you got to do is call them at 866-62-FLOOR. Ask for Stephen or Carlos. Say, I want to talk to the Crazy Hernandez brothers. Tell them your square footage and what somebody else is offering you for a price. And they'll match it. That's it. No questions asked. So head down to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR. That's 866-62-FLOOR. No games, no gimmicks. Just the best price in the town. All right? Year round. Because no sale beats wholesale, homeboy. Check them out on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. That's HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
Thank you, Sedano. 740 on a High Enough Friday. We'll stick here for a few more minutes of content. Why not? And, Sunday we got a big one, Rams-Niners. For my 14-3, because I don't think the Rams are going to beat the Seahawks both games. So they have to beat the Niners. DeMarco actually yesterday called it a must-win, which I was a little surprised by.
It's a big game. It's a very, very big game because they've already given one up to the Niners. So they've got to get this win. It's tough, when you're in the division, you're on the road. And again, I know a lot of people don't put much into this. I happen to. It's always about surfaces for me. So when you play on a turf field in a roofed stadium, and then you go on the road and you play on a natural grass surface, which usually in Santa Clara, there can be a little bit of moisture and wetness and muddiness to a field. We'll see how the field conditions are. But again, when you change what you play on, it's easier to go from grass to turf than it is to go from turf to grass. So, George, when handicapping a game, surface and weather are always things that I look at. But when you go back to the first game of this year between these two teams, San Francisco came to L.A., took over the stadium as they normally do, won that game 26-23. And if you're the Rams, you've got to go and get this win. You cannot lose to this team in the division.
Not twice.
You can't.
No, absolutely not. No, you're 100% right. Like, you could not be more right in this situation. You're already 0-1 in the division. You're 1-2 in the conference, by the way, which all those things become tiebreakers at some point. So yes, you need to start making sure you take care of business within the division and within the conference.
So that's what DeMarco was talking about. That's why it was must win, because they're 1-2 in the conference, and the 49ers are 6-1. 6 of their 8 wins are all – is it 8? No, there's 6. All of their wins are within the conference, and the Rams don't have that. So they have to start winning these games.
Do you guys remember the details? I'm just kind of going back to this game, which was a few weeks ago. It was a Thursday night game. Greg, we were just talking a few minutes ago when George went to go get Benny because he had the Nutella on his back. this game was a Thursday night game. There was no practice time in this game. Stafford had a big night, 389 yards. Mac Jones had a big day, 342 yards. But as I recall, Kyron Williams was stopped about the goal line on a 4th down play. Does that sound familiar to everybody?
Yep, it was.
So, you gave up a loss at home in overtime when you absolutely had a chance. And I hate to say this because there are certain games that the Rams have lost this year that I believe they should have won. I go back to that Philadelphia game, and that Philadelphia game may haunt you the rest of the year. Because remember, that was the game where there were 2 blocked field goals. But this was a home loss to a team in the division that also, not only were the Niners, coming in on the road, no practice, they also were extremely beat up. And so that was a game that the Rams, I'm going to say, should have won. Certainly were in a position to win.
Oh, no doubt.
And they dropped it. So they got to go up to San Francisco this weekend, and they got to take care of business. Now, that's in the late window, George, is the San Francisco-LA game, the Rams and the Niners. The later game, Sunday night, Chargers and Steelers, to which I say, here we go. The Steelers have a real chance this weekend to make people believe that they're for real. And if they lose this game to the Chargers, as beat up as they are, people will go, okay, well, forget about them.
They're losing.
Baltimore is going to wind up finding a way to take over this division.
It's going to be close. I actually think it's going to be a really tight game. First of all, the Chargers play a lot of those, right? So I just feel like this is going to be one of those where it's going to come down to whoever's got the better kicker, if we're being honest.
Well, they're both really good. Yeah. Both kickers for the Steelers and the Chargers are both really, really good. So for me, it comes down to, can Pittsburgh's defense do to the Chargers what Pittsburgh's defense did to the Colts last week? If the Chargers can somehow find a way to protect Herbert, then the Chargers can win this game. If the Steelers can get to Herbert consistently, the Steelers can win this game. Does that make any sense to everybody?
Yeah, 100%. Herbert's going to have to win this game on his own in a lot of ways. Yes, it's going to be on the passing game, and they can get – I know you've talked about, their run game has been better than people maybe anticipated, but with less talent along the offensive front, I'm curious to see what becomes of that run game, because I would imagine the pass protection is going to be an issue at times, but can the guys that are available do a good enough job in the run game to keep the Steelers honest? But we'll see.
7:45 on a Heina Friday. We get ready for the big football weekend. USC Northwestern tonight. Rams Niners on Sunday, by the way. Coverage begins with the Toyota Rams countdown to kickoff 11:30 a.m. with Travis and Sua. Oh, Sua. Coming up in 3 minutes, we'll be back. We'll have fun for Audi and Keyshawn Johnson, LA's native son, will join us at 8 a.m. Man! Smile Jack, it's a Heina Friday on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
But right now, I'm still looking for a feed behind.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
East Central Hotel, the official downtown home away from home for Cappy and Morales. EastCentralHotel.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The NBA season's rolling, and DraftKings' newest game, Pick 6, is the easiest way to play for your shot at big wins. NBA stars are lighting it up. Now their numbers aren't just highlights. They're your shot to cash in. Here's how it works. Just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats. The better your picks, the bigger your payout. New DraftKings customers get $50 in Pick 6 credits with just a $5 entry on your first pick set. Don't just watch basketball. Pick, play, cash in. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code KSPN. That's code KSPN. Play just $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Make the call. Ride the upside in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Ends December 2nd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Math is pretty simple. Low prices plus big trade value equals huge savings for you at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Come in today to trade and upgrade your vehicle or just sell it and get paid. We just crunch the numbers, and you win either way. For complete details, visit OceanSubaruOC.com. The math is simple. More for your trade and less for your next ride at Ocean Subaru.
It's all here at Ocean Subaru.
Potato.
Hey, it's Travis. Every legend has a story, and those stories are kept at Legends Attic in Claremont. Legends Attic is the premier sports memorabilia gallery and store that offers a unique blend of rare and iconic collectibles. It's a community for sports fans and collectors, so go check it out for yourself. Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in the city of Claremont. Visit legendsattic.com and be sure to follow Legends Attic on all social media platforms so you can stay connected to know about their upcoming signings and special events with Hall of Famers and pro players.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
By the way, speaking of tap it, go tap the like button, you mongrels.
Yeah, tap that like button, mongrels.
Let's go.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
Oh, Tiffany.
Wow. He got excited.
Oh, my God. Old school.
Good song, dude.
I know.
I was probably like 8 or 9 years old when this song came out.
And didn't we also celebrate earlier this week National Redhead Day?
Yeah, we did.
So
and she was a redhead. This song was made in a mall somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video was made in a mall, excuse me.
I could go for an Orange Julius right now.
Orange Julius was old school. I love Orange Julius.
It's 7:50. Good morning. On this day in 1987, the number one hit, Tiffany, I Think We're Alone Now.
Great song.
You know, you mentioned an Orange Julius. Chris, when you and I were at the Target in downtown L.A. a couple nights ago, I saw that Sbarro pizza.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like one of the staples of a food court.
But here's the thing.
In a mall.
Growing up in the 90s, what do you think about when you see a Sbarro pizza?
Lasagna.
No, you think about terrorist attacks. Because remember, for a while, that was all that kept getting blown up in Israel. And I don't mean to take the show down, but that's what I think of immediately.
I never think of that. What
I
think of is...
I've never heard of that.
Here's what I think of. I think of this sausage on the Sbarro pizza. Looks like little Otis duties.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
So I have to tell you something. Speaking of Otis the bunny, something about bunnies that's actually very healthy for them, but I witnessed it a few weeks ago for the first time, and it freaked me out. And I love everything Otis, but bunnies eat some of their poop.
Ew.
And it's part of their system. It helps their system.
Gross.
So I watched it. I was like, whoa.
Those little tiny Sbarro sausages.
But sometimes they're not tiny, and that's the ones they eat.
Ugh.
Does Otis, lick your face?
Yeah. No, she nudges. She doesn't lick. She nudges.
She doesn't lick.
And she bites. She nibbles.
Okay.
So remember, that's why Trudell and I do the nudging bit.
Okay. So after she munches on a Tootsie Roll, then she comes over and she gives you a little love.
By the way, I mean this. With my love for Otis, she could poop right on me. I don't care.
Ew.
I don't care.
That's a little gross.
No. Because they're little pellets.
Right.
Not like
they
full
look like
duties.
Little Sbarro sausage pizza. Little Sbarro sausages.
Today is also Love Your Lawyer Day, Cappy. Call your lawyer.
Well, you know what? I do love Jacob Emrani.
That's a good job. Do we have a Jacob read here? No, we don't. Actually, I thought that was a segue. Never mind.
No. Just want to say I love Jacob.
It's also National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds Day. How about that, everybody?
Hey.
I love.
By the way, we'll keep it tight here until about 55. That way, we'll get Keyshawn. That's our morning roll call for today, Georgie.
Okay. Oh,
we'll
thank
do
God.
Keyshawn at 8 a.m. The man of Troy as we get ready for Friday night, Northwestern and USC tonight at the Coliseum. By the way, I know we mentioned the other day it was homecoming. It is not homecoming this weekend. It's homecoming against Iowa coming up.
Yeah, family weekend this weekend.
Family
for
weekend.
USC.
Anafabia.
USC. Yeah, November 6th through November 9th at the University Park campus. Lots of activities and informational sessions and campus tours. That's what family weekends are. That's where I'm going next weekend, down to my daughter at Tulane for a family weekend. But I will say this, George, and you tell me if you're getting a little nervous about your travel schedule as well.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm seeing the number of flights that I'm around the country that are apparently being canceled, I'm getting real nervous about
let me
flying.
tell you something. You better have Beto and Trudell on out of the bullpen ready, because if I end up sitting in an airport for 17 hours, I don't know how much of the show I'm going to be able to
We
do.
might just go Saturday special on a Tuesday. Hey.
Yeah, it's crazy what's going on out there. Although my son told me last night that he traveled, and he's like, I think it's a bunch of nonsense. And I'm like, why? What's up? He's like, there's nobody here.
Dad.
Yeah, he goes, there's nobody here. I go, when you say nobody here, do you mean there's no passengers or there's no TSA people? He's like, no, there's no passengers. I'm like, okay, then don't worry about it. But I am starting to get a little freaked out.
Is your son, Justin, is his bit every day that he complains about something and he thinks he's smarter than everybody in the world?
No, not at all. In fact, I think the opposite. It's that he's being influenced by everything he sees on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Tell him he needs to refresh the palate.
Yeah,
Cleanse the
question-
palate.
Cleanse the palate a little bit.
And get that algorithm.
Do you
more
want me to start
positive.
sending him some videos of bunnies?
That's not a bad idea. You know what I try and get him to do? I try and get him to watch motivational videos
Oh,
on
you
TikTok.
take him to Tony Robbins.
Well,
Yeah.
no, more like David Goggins, And then he's like, I don't believe in any of those guys. Those guys are a bunch of... I'm like, come on, bro. I'm like, dude, put positivity into your
Right.
algorithm, But he doesn't do it. George, I'm worried, man. I'm worried about our travel schedules. I mean, for you got to get to games. For me, I'm just going down to visit my daughter, which, seems somewhat important to me.
Yeah.
But the number of flights that are canceled or being canceled, and the number of people that are either having to be stranded or are changing their entire plans, I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking about next week. Anybody having any problems yet?
Cappy. What's that?
When are you traveling next?
Next week.
Okay.
I feel
I'm
like
going
George
down-
will be the first person to have problems since he travels so much. You know?
Okay, guys, let's talk about
Just
our
saying.
friends at Prize Picks.
Jinx, for real.
Jinx is right.
He has a lot of problems as it is with the travel. There's always a flight that's getting delayed.
Don't put it out there like that.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I'll be more positive, not like Justin.
I mean, you were literally just telling Justin to change the
You're right.
algorithm.
You're right.
and
You're
look
right.
what
You're
you
right.
did.
So
Yeah.
George will never have a flight delayed, nothing canceled, never.
By the way, it's nice to have your voice back, Jorge. This
Yeah,
way now
you too,
can
man.
Contribute.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm working on it.
All right, Price Pick.
Yeah, let's talk price pick.
Yeah, listen. There you go. Listen, if you need action in the state of California, PrizePicks is the place to be. Download the PrizePicks app. Use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Your first $5 lineup gets you a $50 lineup bonus. It's very simple to play PrizePicks. It's more or less. There's a stat projection on every player imaginable, in every sport imaginable. I mean, look, in basketball, it's points, assists, rebounds, etc., right? For football, it could be on a quarterback. It could be passing yards. It could be touchdowns. There's so many options for you. You bundle a couple of those options together, you can win cold, hard cash, Cappy.
So I want to tell everybody, thank you very much for following me on Prize Picks. A lot of you guys have hit me up and said, I can't find you on Prize Picks. I can't find Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. No, that's our code. When you download the Prize Picks app, use the code Cappy. You make your first $5 lineup, you get $50 in free lineups. On Prize Picks, my name is my name, Scott Kaplan. So I've made one pick so far for the weekend. I'm going to definitely play this USC game tonight, and then I'm going to work a lot of college football this weekend until I get to pro football on Sunday. Here's one thing I want to put out there for everybody. I've played Bijan Robinson this weekend to have less than 69.5 rushing yards. It's a risky play because one run could change everything, but I just think the way the Colts defense is in terms of their health versus the Falcons O-line, I'm taking Bijan Robinson for less than 69.5 rushing yards. And Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Again, this is risky, but I'm going to take Jacksonville and Trevor for less than 202.5 passing yards. I know that sounds like not a lot, but Houston's defense, who Jacksonville's playing against, is really good, really healthy, really aggressive. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to have a good day. So my only play that I've made so far, Bijan Robinson, less than 69.5 rushing yards. Trevor Lawrence, less than 202.5 passing yards. Make sure you download that Prize Picks app and use our code Cappy, George.
Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Thank you, guys. 7:57 on a High Enough Friday. Keyshawn Johnson, man. He joins us in 4 minutes from right now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Here's Travis Rogers.
The Los Angeles Rams are headed up to the Bay for Week 10 of the NFL season. They're looking to pick up their 7th win of the season. One of the 2 losses for the Rams this season came on Thursday Night Football earlier in the year when San Francisco came down and put it on the Rams. We'll get you ready starting at 11:30 for the Toyota Rams countdown to kickoff with myself, Travis Rogers, and Sua Cravens, and then all of your play-by-play action with the voice of the Rams, JB Long, Maurice Jones-Drew, and the Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr. And then immediately after the conclusion of Rams and Niners, it is the Rams postgame show. According to Rams PR, the only quarterbacks in Rams history to throw 21 or more touchdown passes from weeks 1 through 9 are Matthew Stafford, who's done it twice, and Kurt Warner is, of course, number 1 in the league with 21 touchdown passes this season. Justin Herbert next best with 18, despite playing 1 more game. With Friday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Powered by ZipRecruiter. Looking for your next great hire? Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
When it comes to hiring, other job sites are still huddling while ZipRecruiter's already in the end zone. That's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Support comes from Clean Power Alliance, providing 3 million residents and businesses clean electricity options. Southern California is our home. It's the air we breathe, the sky we share, the communities that connect us. Every day we have the choice to make a change. On every road, with every light we turn on, we can choose clean energy. Together, we power potential. Change is electric. Learn more at cleanpoweralliance.org/changeIsElectric.
Walking in Memphis.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you need an ally who truly understands your needs. Avner Gatt is here to help you navigate the complexities of insurance claims. Are you feeling abandoned because your home is unlivable and your insurance company isn't cooperating? Or perhaps you're being pressured to use a contractor with poor reviews. You've been loyal to your insurance company for over 20 years, yet now they treat you like an outsider. Avner Gatt knows how to turn the tables. We protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for, and we cover all of Southern California, ensuring your voice is heard and your home is restored. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner and his family personally take your calls with 5-star ratings from Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Don't let your insurance company dictate your future. Avner Gatt is here to help. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
Empower.
Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads, race car bobbleheads, little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
That is a steamroll demolition motorboat.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive.
You're a grown-ass man. Do whatever you want.
Back to the guys.
Yes, indeed, 8:01 on a High Friday, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. On this day in 1985, New Edition released their 3rd album, All for Love. This was the biggest hit on it. Count me out, Jack. You know, in 1985, one Keyshawn Johnson. Oh, legal ID first? All right. Keyshawn, I'll say that joke in a second. It is 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. In 1985, one Keyshawn Johnson was running the streets telling everybody he would be the number 1 overall pick out of USC for the New York Jets, and he was. And he joins us now. Keyshawn Johnson, who will be running out of the tunnel tonight at the Coliseum, the tunnel captain for USC Northwestern. And Key joins us now. Good morning, Key.
What's happening, man? Actually, that's not really a joke. It wasn't 85. It was actually 1982 when I was hanging around USC as a kid, and I got interviewed by Fred Rogan, and Fred Rogan interviewed me, and I told him that I would win the Heisman and be the next Marcus Allen. So you were close.
Well, there you go.
Why did he interview you?
Because I was hanging out at the practice, and we were, Rugrats, a bunch of kids. At the time, USC was just it was a neighborhood-friendly university that welcomed all the neighborhood kids, and it was an open campus, unlike now where it's pretty much a closed campus. And we were just there hanging out, Sedano, and I just happened to be one of the little kids that was around, and he decided to interview me.
I love this
Pretty
picture.
crazy.
I love this picture. I don't think you can see it because I don't think you're on the phone. But we have you would love this picture. It's a good picture of you.
How in the hell would I see a picture of myself and I'm on the phone?
Well, because you could have the ability to watch this.
Keyshawn. Get him, Key. Get him.
You could have the ability to watch this. I mean, there is technology. I know sometimes that's something you struggle with as much as I love you. But I am trying to tell you it's a good picture of you that we picked, damn it.
Wow. Sometimes I struggle with technology. It's very interesting. I won't even say what I'm thinking out loud on this radio show right now.
Why not? Say it.
I won't even. No. I'm going to allow him to get himself in trouble with the people in L.A. What's up, though, Sedano? What the picture look like?
It's good. It's you in a hoodie with a nice like satin-esque USC jacket, red jacket, gold lettering. You got some nice shades on. I was trying to pay you a compliment and then also take a shot at you at the same time. I feel like that's been our relationship for a decade. So, just welcoming you back into the fold.
The shot was a bad deal. No, that picture, I know exactly what picture you're talking about. I'm kind of looking up a little bit. That's at the Notre Dame. That's the Notre Dame game from 2 years ago when we were in South Bend, and we got waxed. Yeah.
So what do you make of this year's squad, Key?
I still feel like we're going to be okay. I don't know what that means, though, because we still got a tough Northwestern team tonight, right? But I feel like we should win. That can go any way, because what Iowa likes to do is they like for you to play like them. Slow, methodical, low-scoring game. And I was beating USC in the past. And then we got to go to Oregon. So I don't know how that Iowa and Oregon is going to shape up. And then, obviously, the people across town, they kind of gotten their act together a little bit. And the quarterback seems like the guy that they paid the money to playing well. So you still don't know how that's going to go. But we're in it. We're fighting. We're going to fight. Let's just see if we can finish.
Key, when you think about USC and Northwestern, and I mean, it's been for all these teams. It's USC, Michigan. I mean, it all looks like a Rose Bowl until we finally get over the fact that USC is in the Big Ten. I saw a video on Twitter yesterday, the 1996 Rose Bowl, USC Northwestern, where you had, I want to say, like 200 yards receiving in that game.
That midriff that he was wearing, cut off jersey.
And I don't remember if it was Keith Jackson doing the broadcast, but he's a man amongst boys. When you think back to Rose Bowls, and particularly USC Northwestern, and then you get ready for this game tonight, what do you think about?
Well, yeah, Keith Jackson and Bob Greasy, I think, were calling the game. And if I wore that top right now, cut up like that, Sedano, I'll have a stomach looking like Morales's. But
hey, he's lost 100 pounds, Key.
Yeah, but
he tells us that all the time.
He's still heavy, man. He was killing my shoulders.
He reminds me that every time I talk to him. He tells me the whole deal.
And he almost died. I don't know if you heard. He almost died.
Failure, right? The whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, he's died 12 times according to him. But so when I think back at that game, it was just one of those. It capped off my senior year. I just had my oldest daughter at the time. I was literally going from practice to the hospital disrupting practice because it was like, labor, here it comes, and it was like I run down there, got to turn around. I did that like at least 3 times preparation for the Rose Bowl. But then, we have this, how you have the lunchings and the press conferences.
Yeah.
And the Northwestern guys were they were just talking a bunch of shit.
Whoa!
And
we're on radio still.
Yeah, he don't care. What does he care?
I don't care. I don't work for y'all. So
yeah, he don't. Who the F is y'all?
So let me hold on. For those that hold on. For those that didn't hear it because it got dumped, you said those Northwestern players were talking a bunch of bleep.
Mm.
Yeah, they were talking a bunch of bleep, and I'm at the presser, and me, Sedano, I just kind of listened to him talking, and in the end, I said, "You don't understand what's getting ready to happen to you." I literally told him that. I said, "You guys don't really understand what's getting ready to happen to you," because the one guy was saying he wasn't afraid of me, he's not scared, like literally at the press conference, like it was one of those press conferences where they put 2 or 3 of the top players up against each other with the coaches in the middle. It's like a boxing type deal.
Yeah.
And they were talking. I was like, y'all don't understand what's getting ready to happen to y'all. But, and we went out there and we kind of dominated them in fashion. I came out of the game and they started making a little nice comeback. And Coach JR, John Robinson, put me back in the game. And we ran mixed motion X angle. Mike Riley dialed it up. Mike Riley actually asked me, what is it that I want to run? And I believe it was on a 3rd down. And I said, let's go mixed motion X angle. Let's go, and he was like, okay. And that was the same exact play that I ran against Texas Tech in the Cotton Bowl the year before. And I went, 80 on that one. So it was one of those deals, and we won it and the MVP trophy, and I became a New York Jet. But I knew right then and there that game was going to cement me as the number 1 overall pick, just that game. I wasn't going to have to do anything else but stay healthy and stay out of the way come draft time.
You mentioned, because they're playing tonight, obviously, those 2 teams that you played in that Rose Bowl. You mentioned they're a tough team, and they are, right? Like Oregon went there, and they beat them, the score was not necessarily indicative of how that game went. You mentioned you got Iowa on the horizon, who is, they play really tough defense, and they bludgeon you. You're going to come out of that game physically taxed, and then have to go to Oregon. I would also add a different layer to that, Key. Oregon and Iowa play this week, and you're going to get an Iowa team that's going to be pissed off probably because I would guess they may lose that game. So the schedule, to your point, this season with this group is going to be more challenging. I am just genuinely curious to see how they finish because I do think they're like one roster cycle, like recruiting and portal away from being really in real contention for the Big Ten.
I like you, George. You have no idea.
Tell him
what you're talking about.
Tell him,
that
King.
Cycle crap.
Tell
I'm
him.
so sick and tired of hearing. You know how many times I've heard we're so close. We just need one more cycle of players. We just need to turn over the roster one more time. Like, LSU doesn't do that, okay? They don't wait around to turn over no rosters, okay? They don't do that. Florida doesn't do that. Like, when are we gonna finally realize enough's enough? You think Ohio State every year they're just waiting to turn over the roster?
No, but USC's not there is my point, and I think that to your point, they're pretty good.
How many times are we gonna keep hearing we're not there? We're gonna go into 2026 saying, "Well, we need one more year. If I could just get my guys one more year."
No, this is it. This is it for me. Like 26 is the year is for me. Like if you can't be like legit competing for the Big Ten in 26, then you have to really reassess. That's kind of what I'm telling you.
With the portal and the richness of California and the West Coast in recruiting, you should need another year. I'm sorry. That's just
okay. So you're saying now they should be competing?
Well, okay, first of all, when the schedule rolled out at the beginning of the year and you check those boxes, you said, okay, we should beat Georgia State and Missouri State and all them, and we should beat Illinois, and we should – like you just check the boxes.
Right.
We shouldn't be – and then you would say, yeah, we're probably going to stumble up Oregon's probably going to get us because they're playing, and we got to go to Oregon, and it'll be misty, and the crowd will be jacked up, and we'll have, 3,000 people in the stands, and they'll have the other 70. And so when you start looking at the schedule, you say, okay, well, we should have one loss in the Big Ten, and we should be fighting to play in the Big Ten championship. But at some point, we have to stop saying we're going to get there. We're turning over the roster. Like, who gives a guy 3 and 4 years to keep trying to this level of a program? Mexico State and UNLV. We're talking about this level.
Let's dig deeper then. Let's dig deeper. Okay. So what is the issue? Is it they don't want to buy him out because if you think is he not good enough? Do you need to start looking elsewhere? Do they need to round up money like all these other schools are doing?
Here's the problem. When you start first of all, Mike Bonehead put us in a bad situation with a 10-year contract.
Oh, Cappy's guy.
Okay.
Yep, that was my guy.
He put us in a bad situation because it's never about the money. If you want to get rid of a coach, you just do it, and we'll figure it out later. I'm not advocating that he is pushed out after the season because you got to find somebody to replace him. You got to. You're like, who's available? So when you just start firing coaches and all of a sudden you got 10 jobs available, somebody's going somewhere, but are you replacing him with somebody that's better? Who's better that's out there that wants to take that job?
Yeah.
So what you want to see in this situation, you want to see fight to the end. You don't want to go to Oregon and lose by 28. You want to go to Oregon and lose by a field goal. You don't want Iowa coming in and you beating Iowa by 5 points. You want Iowa, you want them coming in and you want to beat them by 28. So you start to show. You don't want UCLA with an interim head coach taking you down to double overtime. You don't want that. You want to be able to show fight and promise. And if you can't show fight and promise, because against Nebraska, if Raiola, little Patrick Mahomes doesn't get hurt, maybe you don't win that game. Instead, you lose that game instead of winning by 4. So you start to look at some things a little different, man. It's just that. And I think one of the things that the coaching staff and Lincoln Riley and company, they have to do is they have to understand they are at USC. They're not at Oklahoma anymore. Mm-hmm. This is the pressure's different here than it was at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it.
But let me just say, is it really? Because think about this.
No, really it is.
Okay, but hold on. Listen. Brian Kelly got
By the way,
fired
that's Cappy talking to you. You've called him Sedano twice.
Which is an amazing
You don't
thing.
think you can't tell my voice? What's wrong? I mean,
It's
seriously.
It's all good.
I can be look, Sedano. I can be a racist and say, you all sound the same.
I'm Hispanic. He's white.
I'm not white. I'm so far from white. I'm not even close to white. What are you talking about?
You all sound the same. But go ahead, Cap.
Brian Kelly got fired this year at LSU. Those guys weren't waiting around. James Franklin got fired at Penn State. They weren't waiting around. Coaches have been fired at Auburn, Arkansas, Virginia Tech, Florida. Do you think that Lincoln Riley should still be the coach at USC?
I just said it depends on how it looks in the end.
Okay.
Depends on how it looks in the end. If, again, you at home against Iowa, and all of a sudden you playing slow football, and Iowa comes in, and you're in a dogfight with them, and it doesn't look right. Or you go to Oregon and they run the score up on you. Or UCLA is in double overtime and, you win by default because the quarterback drops back and he fumbles the ball in double overtime and you land. Like, you want it to look a certain way. See, James Franklin got fired at Penn State because it didn't look right.
Yeah.
Okay? You got beat by UCLA, then you got beat by Northwestern. That doesn't look right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't. So when you start it's almost like the Miami Hurricanes, right? Miami Hurricanes was rolling. Woo! Here's some ball. He's back, baby. And then look what happened. They allowed Louisville to do what they did to them. Then they go to SMU and get done. You know, it's like, come on, seriously. You're in a dog fight. Then you pay Carson Beck $17 million to do that. You fought for Carson Beck. He better get you fired. You don't want that. You want it to look a certain way. USC needs it to look a certain way. You know, I don't have a problem with Lincoln Riley. He's fine with me. I don't talk to the dude. I don't deal with him. I say hi, and I keep it moving. But it needs to look a certain way. You can't have these Northwesterns coming in and you're beating them by 6 points. You're a better team. You got better athletes.
Yeah. Agreed.
Period.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true about Iowa, though. I'm not sure. I don't really know if that's true.
Well, no, they have better
Iowa.
athletes than Iowa, but Iowa, I mean, Kirk Ferentz
Iowa will have you. I'm telling you, everybody thinks that Oregon's going to go to Iowa and run up the score.
No, it's a good game.
Iowa will have Oregon looking like a duplicate of them. Everything will be slow, and it will just look a sync. I've watched it forever. And I was beating USC recently here. I think we just lost to them in a Holiday Bowl like a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those deals where you got to be careful. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, Ferentz, to your point, slows the game down. They really want to fight in the mud the whole game. That's what they want to do.
Right. Cappy's a mud fighter.
When it's over.
Yeah,
amongst other things.
And to your point, UCLA, you know, Chris likes to say that Jerry Neuheisel looks like he's got a perm, you know, a straightened out perm,
and very soft skin.
Yeah, and soft skin, and you can't lose to that either. Yeah,
you can't. But Nico, when he's on, he's on.
Yeah.
And they're not afraid of USC. They're not.
Right.
If you think about last year, it came down to like one possession.
Yeah.
So you start to. You know, you losing to UCLA and Notre Dame in the same year. It doesn't boat well, man. Yeah. You wouldn't know that, Cap, because you're not a Trojan, and you really don't understand what being a Trojan is all about.
That's true. I don't.
You know,
that's true. But I think you guys are delusional because you guys think you're supposed to be as great as all these other teams, and honestly,
we are.
You haven't been.
When you don't recruit Southern California, and you recruit other states more than you recruit your own backyard. Yeah, they changed it now all of a sudden because it got loud that they were not doing that. But when you got kids leaving St. John Bosco and Mater Days and Sierra Canyon.
Going to Alabama and
going
Georgia.
to these other schools.
Ohio State.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's right. That's right.
It's a
Listen,
problem.
it's a huge problem.
So
it is.
You sitting there telling me we're delusional. You have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
No, I actually have every idea of what I'm talking about. Here's why. Because while I'm not a USC Trojan, and I say things like "fight on," my
you don't
school.
even say it right.
No, well, that's my point.
Yeah, you
for
don't
me,
say it right, so it doesn't register.
No, here, watch. Listen, fight on. You don't think that sounds right?
Fight on.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Hold on.
Sound like a
We actually
cornball.
did. So one day we had Lindsay record it to see if she could do it right, and we had 3 different versions. Give me the 3 different Lindsay versions.
Fight on. Fight on. I don't know what the third
Fight
is.
on.
Oh, there it goes. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
All you gotta
Fight
do is simple,
on.
man. Fight on. Just
All right,
say,
Key.
Fight on. It's easy. Yeah.
Fight on.
Let me change the topic for one quick second here.
Okay.
So your BFF Morales, okay? Do you think you could carry Morales on your shoulders?
Right now?
Yeah.
It's stuff is hanging all over the place, so it'd be weird, probably. I probably couldn't even balance.
Well, because he got on the table the other day in the studio, and then Cappy said he could hold him. And to your point, yeah, I mean the onions were doing things, right. And but Cappy did hold him, but Cappy now needs his neck fused according to Dr. Clapper.
Right. I need chiropractic work. I need orthopedic surgery. I mean, I got all kinds of problems going on now in my neck. Now, Morales says though that he's lost enough weight that Morales can beat you in a 100-yard dash.
He said this. He did.
Well, that's what I was getting to, because Key's going to be the tunnel captain tonight.
Right.
So, Key, you're going to be running out of the tunnel at the Coliseum.
Well, wait. And Cappy actually had an even better retort, because you said you could beat Key. We laughed at you.
Right.
And then Cappy said Key could beat you running backwards in a 100-yard dash.
So, of course, way back
to which
when.
I said, I don't want Key running backwards because he's getting older. I don't need him tearing an Achilles. But this is nonsense.
We all remember the Marquis race where you beat Marcellus, even though that was a big battle. Who won? You were Marcellus. But I think at this point, I could now beat you, Key. If we both ran out of the tunnel tonight, I think I'd smoke you.
I thought you stopped doing drugs a long time ago.
Stop sniffing them keys, huh?
Well, this
See what I did there?
This tunnel thing is interesting. Everybody's like, it's like on a board up in Vegas or something. That everybody's like, oh, what's he gonna do when he runs out the tunnel? I'm like, it's a tunnel. You run out and you go on, and the team goes on their way. It's not. I'm not running from one end zone to the next. I'm not doing that.
What are you going to wear tonight for the tunnel ride?
I'll probably have some USC gear on. I haven't figured that out quite yet, but it'll be some USC gear.
Do you
I haven't
plan
gone
on
to the SC game in 2 years? So
Yeah.
At the Coliseum in 2 years. So this will be my first time back in 2 seasons.
Are you planning on properly stretching?
They've been so bad, man.
Wait, what's so bad?
No, I don't need to stretch.
You don't
They've
need to
been
stretch?
So bad, no. Why would I need to stretch?
Well, I don't want you to tear a hamstring.
No. I mean, listen, you didn't stretch during the Marquis. Yeah, you didn't stretch during the Marquis race, but that was an actual race. This was, and you pulled up. You won. I agree you won, but you made it a little closer than you needed to. He doesn't need to stretch to run out of a
He
tunnel.
should stretch properly, stretch out the quads, stretch out the hamsters, stretch out the calves.
Make
Get
sure to
loose,
stretch
Key.
out the skadach, Key. You
Yeah.
got to stretch out that skadach.
Right.
Oh, my God. Will you stop, dude? I forgot about this show. But this
Now-
radio station, better yet.
We don't call it a skadach anymore. Now we call it a schwanz because of Cappy.
Yeah.
It's a schwanz.
Hey, Sedano.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you call any NBA games lately.
I was just doing the Lakers versus Spurs on Wednesday.
Were you?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, they didn't cut to you enough then, or maybe I was. I don't know.
Maybe you were watching it on Spectrum.
Yeah, you might have been on Spectrum then, if that was the case. Maybe you were watching Trudell instead of me.
That could be that. What was it? ESPN, obviously.
Yeah, it was me and Breen and Richard and Legler, and yeah.
What night was it?
Wednesday.
Yeah, I could have. Yeah, I probably was watching Spectrum.
Key, I'll send you a picture from opening night I took with that they took of me interviewing Wemby in the walk-off. You're going to laugh. Hold on. I'm going to try to find it while you're still here. Give me
Why?
one second.
Because he's so much taller?
Oh, my God. I mean,
this
it's
is-
insane. Key, he's legitimately going to be – he's like almost 7'6". Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, but did you see the kid from Florida?
Yes, right, 7'9". Dude,
yeah,
that
right.
guy-
Yeah, he's crazy too. Yeah,
that
but he's
guy-
not good. That's the difference.
I know, but when he came off the bench last night, they blew up that place. They were like, yes, finally. That guy's 7'9".
He doesn't need to be good.
By the way,
He's
Keyshawn,
7'9".
did you win on Celebrity Weakest Link earlier this week?
Yeah, I won. Of course I won. Why wouldn't I?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Key,
I
I
don't know how
just
the
sent
game
it
is
to you.
played. I don't even know what the game is.
No,
My
it's a
arm was
trivia
tired.
game.
My arm was tired just holding the damn microphone to his face.
Dang, he's tall. Look at you. Your neck hurts too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, but Key, you got to understand that when Sedano was doing the game on Wednesday night, Lakers and Spurs, I said, let me put you on my shoulders for the post-game interview.
Yeah, that's how Chris ended up on his shoulders.
And that's how Chris wound up sitting on my shoulders.
The
That's how I got hurt.
Yeah, I need Wemby to play more consistent though.
Overrated.
Well, you know what happened? They got a couple of guys hurt, and then everybody started focusing on Wemby. They started sending double and triples his way, and the Lakers did the same, which was smart. And he got into foul trouble. Yeah, so I'm with you. But he's crazy, Key. Like, you need to find a way to see him in person because it's wild. It's
I saw
unlike
him in
anything you've
person.
ever seen.
It wasn't as impressive.
Hey, so Cap, before I let you go, I just want to let that song Conquest breathe a little bit.
Let me hear it.
You really need to hear it.
Feel
Let
it, Cap.
breathe.
Feel it. Keyshawn.
And now, running through the tunnel, two-time All-American, number one overall pick in the draft, Keyshawn Johnson.
You drive back home, Cap, put it on your radio and just listen to it.
Fight on.
Key, I've been to more USC games in the last 2 years than you've been to. Come on,
That's
man.
true.
Let's go to a
Yeah.
USC game. Let's go.
I can't support a program that doesn't know how to win. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
I, on the other hand, have no problem supporting the program when they don't win.
You will see Keyshawn running out of the tunnel tonight. USC Northwestern coverage begins at 4 p.m. You'll hear that on ESPN LA. Key, we love you. Thank you for stopping by.
Bye, Key.
Fight on.
Fight on.
I think he got more money for just sitting at home today than we all did for the year.
Probably. Oh, no question.
Oh, not for the year, for like the next 5 years.
Key, not Key, but Cappy, another K.
Yeah.
Cappy, tell us about our friends at Ocean Subaru in Fullerton, please.
Be my absolute pleasure. So we were down at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton earlier this week. We were visiting with Omar, the general manager. Omar spent 20-plus years in the U.S. Army. We appreciate your service, and we also appreciate, Omar, how you take care of veterans and how you take care of active-duty military. And by the way, now that we're into November, coming up in early December, we're going to really start showing you how much Omar cares about the military community. But if that's for then, this is for now. The math is really simple at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Low prices on brand new Subarus plus big trade value equals huge savings for you at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. So today, if you want to come in and upgrade, let's do this, right? Let's come on in, take a look around. The lot has expanded, by the way, so now we have more inventory than ever before. We've got every Subaru vehicle, every color, every feature, everything you're looking for. You can come in today and drive off this afternoon. But let's just say you have a used car. And let's say you're not looking to trade in. Let's say you're not looking to upgrade. But you got this used car and you'd like to sell it. Omar will buy your used car from you. So bring it to Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Let Omar take a look at it. Let him make you an offer, and you walk out with cash. So look, we've crunched the numbers, and you're a big winner either way. So here's what I would suggest you do. You get more for your trade. You pay less for your new ride at Subaru, Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, that is, and you're a big winner. So for complete details, visit OceanSubaruOC.com or come to Ocean Subaru on Euclid Street in Fullerton today. Check out our huge selection of new and certified pre-owned Subarus at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton.
Thank you, Cappy. 829. 829. Let's try that one more time, Jorge. Hit it. Man, I'm going to blow up. What's the count up there?
Oh, come on, please.
9 days without a CMM blow up.
Let's clean it.
All right, coming up, we will do a quick radio Tinder up next, and then Beto Duran with our CHLA High School Football Report around 8:45. At 9:05, Mike Trudell will be here. And then at 9:30, Sam Batesh, our ESPN LA Kings insider. It is a High Friday. And we're back with Radio Tinder 3 minutes from right now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The NBA season's rolling, and DraftKings' newest game, Pick 6, is the easiest way to play for your shot at big wins. NBA stars are lighting it up. Now their numbers aren't just highlights. They're your shot to cash in. Here's how it works. Just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats. The better your picks, the bigger your payout. New DraftKings customers get $50 in Pick 6 credits with just a $5 entry on your first pick set. Don't just watch basketball. Pick, play, cash in. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code KSPN. That's code KSPN. Play just $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Make the call. Ride the upside in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Ends December 2nd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Hey, Dad, I gotta come clean about something.
Okay.
I only paid for a brand new Hyundai Tucson.
Oh, you might be on the naughty list.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends December 1st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
The roster.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena is pulling back the curtain and unveiling new behind-the-scenes VIP tours presented by Delta Airlines, which offers an exclusive look inside one of the world's most iconic sports and entertainment venues. Expert guides will lead small groups through spaces that have hosted legendary sports championships, world-renowned concerts, and epic awards. Guests will also explore the VIP areas and experience the arena's latest renovations. Visit CryptoArena.com/tours for more info.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
You are standing inside a secret prison. It houses the Nazi high command.
I'm going to put Hermann Goering on trial.
Sony Pictures Classics presents Nuremberg, starring Academy Award winner Russell Crowe, Academy Award winner Rami Malek, and Academy Award nominee Michael Shannon.
Do you plead guilty or not guilty? Nichts schuldig.
Order! Order!
Nuremberg, now playing only in theaters.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh, Dion.
George Sedano.
LA, baby.
Scott Kaplan.
What's up, LA?
What's up, LA?
Hey.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
8:33, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Hyena Friday. When you hear that music, you know only one thing, Cappy. That on this day in 2000, the number one hit, our friends Creed, With Arms Wide Open.
One of my all-time faves. One of my favorite Creed songs.
I've danced with the devil.
Scott Stapp, we love you, brother.
We do love you, Scott Stapp. Also tomorrow, Gordon Ramsay. That guy's built an empire. He turns 59 years old.
Way to go, Gordo.
Yeah. Oh, here it comes, here it comes. Feel it, Cappy, feel it.
With arms wide open.
Yeah!
Under this place, I tell you everything.
Got a son.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Hyena Friday here in the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Thank you, ladies. It is a Hyena Friday. It's also time for Radio Tinder. We like to play a TV theme.
Ooh. Wow. Oh, yeah.
Like sands through the hourglass.
Because tomorrow, November 8th, back in 1965, Days of Our Lives premiered on NBC. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget about our sponsor for Radio Tinder, the home of the hardwood, the morning wood. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal. No gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR, F-L-O-O-R, or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. We love the Hernandez brothers and Steven Hernandez over there. Take it away, Producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. So, speaking of anniversaries, or on this day, back in 1972, HBO was launched.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was what, I don't know the math on that, like 53 years, right? Something like that.
Yeah, you're close.
I think she's dead on, actually.
Yeah, I think
53.
you're right on.
Good for me. I'm really
Nice
terrible
math.
at math.
Look at the big brain on Lindsay.
That's right. So, what are like your guys' top, let's say like top 3 HBO shows?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's easy for me. Entourage, The Sopranos, and the third one actually would be tough in regards to which one I actually pick. You know what? This may surprise you. I actually really enjoyed Sex and the City. I think it was as well written a show as there was maybe in television.
Mm-hmm. For me, number one,
Cap loves
Oz.
Sex in the City too.
Yeah, you like Sex and the City? For me, number one is Oz. You guys remember the show
Oz is
Yeah,
amazing.
Oz was great. Well,
Oz
The
is-
Wire, obviously,
The Wire.
is
The
in that
Wire
conversation.
is
Although,
number one for me.
Yeah, I mean, The Wire's great. I prefer more. I prefer a show like The Sopranos is probably the exception to that rule, and I would say The Wire's number 2. I prefer a show to be more fun. Like, life is dreary enough as it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need that also in my life. While, again, those shows were fantastic.
Sometimes they had fun in Oz, but there was a...
Well, I mean, yeah, when
different kind of fun.
When Tobias Beecher had his fun at the expense of Vern Schillinger, yes, that was fun. Oz is number one for me. I would say Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh,
is
yeah.
right there.
That's right. Curb Your Enthusiasm, obviously.
Curb Your Enthusiasm is right there. And I would say, George, I'll have to meet you with Entourage.
Yeah, I think Ari Gold, Jeremy Piven's character, he's one of the best characters in all of television in my lifetime. Like, in regards to just the who he was, what he was on television. And it wasn't, he'll tell you, Piven will tell you, it's not a far stretch from who was his agent, Ari Emanuel, who's obviously still a very powerful human being in the world of media, and sorts. So I just enjoyed it. I also feel like the time of my life also enjoyed it. I was young.
You were spreading Miami Heat?
Mostly single, yes, for most of that show. Yeah, like it was just fun. Like it was a fun show to watch at that age and time in my life.
I am biased towards Entourage. My boy Doug Ellen was the guy who wrote and produced that show. And yes, I'm flexing. That's right.
I'm going to go on rewatchability. That's how I'm going to do this. Because if not, Oz, The Wire, it's all up there. But Succession, Sopranos, and
Succession.
Entourage.
Yeah, how could I forget Succession? It's really hard to do three, I would
That's why it's a great question by Lindsay. Greg?
Have we said anything with Game of Thrones yet?
Oh, that's
Game of Thrones.
Can I just do the first
Actually,
five?
let me redo
the
my
first
list.
5 seasons of Game of Thrones and nothing after that.
So let me redo the list. So I would say Entourage is still in there for me. I would say Game of Thrones. And Succession. I really enjoyed Succession. So I'm going to leave out Oz. I'm going to leave out The Wire. I'm going to leave out The Sopranos. I'm going to leave out Sex and the City. I'm going to go those three. Those are three. Like Game of Thrones, HBO every once in a while still does like a Game of Thrones marathon, and I will watch. Like I'll just randomly watch episodes.
Those first
Game
5
of Thrones
seasons
is awesome.
were probably the best television I've seen in a really long time. So
Be right back.
Game of Thrones, The Wire, and Curb Your Enthusiasm in some order there.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my original, though. I'm going to stick with Oz. I'm going to stick with Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I love Entourage, but I'll say Game of Thrones, it's very, very close. That was a great question, Linz.
That's a great
question. A tough one.
What's Oz about?
They're in jail.
So Oz is this
in
story.
Baltimore, in the Baltimore area.
So Oz is this story, though, about this guy. This is how it really starts. It's about this white guy who is a lawyer, and he's like a young up-and-coming lawyer, but he's got a drinking problem, and he hits this little girl and kills her. And he winds up going to a maximum security prison. And when he gets there, he is going to have to fight for his life to survive, because you got the Muslim Brotherhood over here, and you got the Hispanic brothers over here, and you've got the white supremacist guys over here, and this guy is going to be just passed around and used like a freaking rag doll. And it just was so violent and so brutal.
You had me bought in until that part.
And it's shot Lindsay, very much like The Wire.
And listen, it used to be. There was a guy named Tom Fontana. He was the producer of the show, and it was all shot in New York. And they had this stage where it looked like a prison. And I remember going there one day because I was obsessed with the show, and I used to bring these guys on the radio all the time. It was a little bit better than the Will.i.am interview, not much, but a little bit.
By the way, was I didn't realize until now during the break, Will.i.am was in studio.
Bro, he was amazing.
Yeah. Oh my God! Like
yes,
so
was Taboo.
That's
Starstruck.
amazing.
Yeah, I know. And Lindsay, Rick Fox, the former Laker, actually had a couple of seasons on that show. So I would hang out with these guys, and I would say to Tom Fontana, I go, can I please get in an episode? Like, somebody can beat me up. They can kill me. I don't care what it is. Just please put me on an episode. I could never get on an episode of Oz.
Did anybody watch Veep? Veep was fantastic.
Oh, Veep! How can I forget Veep? Yes, I loved Veep.
Veep was so good.
So good.
And one back in the day that hasn't been around for a long time, Mr. Show with Bob and David. That show was so freaking funny. It was a long time ago. It was so
Veep
funny.
Is so good. Listen, if you get a show on HBO, more than likely it's going to be a hit.
I really hope that I saw that Paramount or Warner Brothers Discovery is talking about buying HBO, and I really hope they don't, just because they've cut so many shows and actors and like their budget and everything. So I love so many HBO shows. I really hope that doesn't happen, because I don't want that. HBO's got such good shows. But really quick before we go to break, Chris, since you didn't let me do it yesterday, Gremlins 3 is coming out.
Oh, I can't wait. Although I can, because there's no need to ruin an amazing classic. 841.
Another Mogwai?
Yeah. Beto Duran with his high school football report is coming up in a moment. But first, Lindsay, tell us about our friends at Stella Rosa.
All right, Christopher, I would love to do that. All right, so Stella Rosa, you guys hear me talk about it every single day. because Stella Rosa, as you can see right here by my display, is going to make your game day even sweeter every single time. And what Stella Rosa wants you guys to do right now is go to stellarosa.com/tailgate2025 because they want to give you the ultimate college football experience. And that's tickets to the game here in LA on January 1st. And you're also going to get travel. You're going to get hotel, flights, ground transportation, and some spending money. All you got to do is go to the website, stellarosa.com/tailgate2025 for your chance to win. You celebrate responsibly, and you must be 21 or older to enter.
Thank you, Lindsay. Beto Duran next with his high school football report in 3 minutes from right now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Visit CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
John Ireland here with the Hall of Famer,
Saturday,
Big
brother.
Dame James Worthy for iSpot Active.
Love
Check
it.
out their website, ICEBODactive.com.
This is the new concept for icing. John, I love it.
iSpot Active sells form-fitted stretch shirts and pants with pockets that hold ice-cold gel packs. Everybody I know that has bought one of these things truly loves it. Got to get yours before they're sold out. Take it from James Worthy. Start feeling better today at iSpotActive.com.
What's going on? It's Beto Duran, and I love rolling around in my Toyota. Tacoma, to be exact. And right now, if you're in the 818, go check out the All-Stars at Northridge Toyota. In the 626, it's all about Wondries Toyota. Lease a brand new 2025 Tacoma for just $164 a month or 36 months plus tax. Northridge Toyota or Wondries Toyota. Serving all of SoCal sports fans, they make it easy.
Lease excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, and dealer options and changes. $59.99 cash or trade equity down. Expires 11/30/25.
I think I turned my clocks back too far. My gray hair is back to brown. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Show some care for your hair. We're offering huge savings on the Autumn Glow Hair Ritual at Sage Spa and Salon.
Number 2.
Bret Michaels' only SoCal engagement, November 21st, only at Morongo.
And the number 1 reason.
Win and drive home a Lincoln Nautilus, November 30th.
Morongo, good times.
Oh.
Hey, Laker fans, are you juggling work and family, chasing big goals while keeping everything else on track? You're in Ander, and National University gets it. That's why they have flexible online courses, career-focused programs, and real support for busy students who do it all. Whether you're building a career, raising a family, or going after your next big win, NU helps you crush your end game and your end game. Make your move at nu.edu.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
Yada, 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 blah, 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 me, 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 me.
So wait, so you're hitting me with a yada, yada. What was
blah,
this?
blah, blah,
blah,
and a
blah.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive.
Wow, that's a lot right there.
Yeah.
Back to the guys.
8:46. Good morning, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a high enough Friday. When you hear that music, you know it is time for the Cisco Kid of ESPN LA, the great Beto Duran, and time for his high school football report. Sponsored by Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Your child's comeback starts at CHLA, and we say good morning to the Cisco Kid. Good morning, Beto Duran.
Buenos dias. Happy High Enough Friday to everybody that celebrates.
Good morning.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Beto, so what are we looking at this weekend? What are the top 3 things?
Okay, so the playoffs are starting today, but the big games, like the Division 1, they're not going to play until next week. So Bosco, Mater Dei, they're not going until next week. But there's a game in Orange County, Cappy, that you're going to love. Huntington Beach, or the Oilers, are playing the Edison Chargers. The reason that this is big is they used to be in the same league, and this is, Cappy, you're having it right here. Local kids, hometown kids that play in the same Pop Warner against each other, but they're not in the same league anymore, so they never play each other in the regular season. So who has a dog?
Me. It's Benny.
Benny the dog.
Beautiful.
But Beto, you don't understand. Benny has had a problem this morning.
He's had a rough day.
Because Mateo dropped an entire spoonful of
No,
Nutella.
spoonful. No, the whole like industrial-sized Costco tub of Nutella like spilled over and fell on Benny's back.
Oh, so he's in pain. It's not that he has the Nutella on him. It's that he got hit by the giant tub.
Oh, no. It was the Nutella was what a huge plop of Nutella fell on his back.
Okay, so a plop.
Beautiful.
And by the way, Beto, Greg then made a reference when we said on the air to Ron the Caddy about the plop of Nutella on the back. You know.
Yeah.
All right, back to the kids. Huntington Beach has a quarterback named Brady Edmonds. He's going to Ohio State. He's a kid I told you who has his own training card with Tops. He's a stud. He's 6'5", 225, All-American, all that good stuff. He has thrown for about 70% of his passes are caught, 31 touchdowns this year, and the Oilers are just a machine. But Edison has a good linebacking crew with Jude Yanternin and Jordan Belia. So that's the big game in Division 2 because they're separated by a couple of miles. So that's the one you want to watch out for, too.
Hey,
All right,
Beto,
so there's another game.
Beto, excuse me, Beto, real quick. The kid who's the quarterback that you're telling us is going to Ohio State, can you tell us his name again?
Brady Edmonds. Absolute freaking stud.
The reason
6'5",
I
225.
The reason I ask is because one of the schools, is it Mater Dei or is it Bosco? I don't remember which one it is. Doesn't one of the schools have 2 wide receivers going to Ohio State?
Yeah, it's Mater Dei has Chris Henry Jr. Remember, his dad played for the Bengals with Pac-Man Jones. So he's going there. So they're going to be connected in a couple of years if it all works out. So, yeah.
Wow. I mean, this is exactly what Keyshawn Johnson was just talking to us about a few minutes ago, is how USC is letting these kids get out of town. And now you're telling us about another Southern California quarterback, another L.A. kid going to Ohio State, 2 top-level wide receivers going to Ohio State. How Ohio State is coming into SC's backyard and stealing their best talent, that's a big problem for SC, and that's what Keyshawn was talking about earlier, Beto.
Oh, because Ohio State is spending the money. And it's not just the big receivers and the quarterbacks. Ohio State is getting, like, the big-time defensive linemen, the offensive linemen. They're getting those kind of guys. But normally Ohio State will have 4 to 5 stud Southern California kids that are going there, and that's no problem at all. They're doing that. Another game that's pretty good, the South Bay game, Torrance High. We talked about their team last year. They have a kid named Vaughn Reinert. Torrance High, this is all about coaching that goes back. Raymond Carter is their coach. He played at Crenshaw. He played at UCLA and Colorado State. He's built it back up. They're playing Redondo, and Redondo's quarterback is Cole Leinert. You know, Matt's son, who went to Mater Dei, who played at USC. And Cole has been a late bloomer, but Cole is going to SMU. Like, that's another thing, you know. Leinert's own kid isn't going to SC. So that's the kind of stuff that you're talking about, Kathy. So I get what you're saying with that.
And I remember when Matt Leinert's son committed to SMU and how it was a big deal and how people were surprised that he was going to a school like SMU rather than a school like USC. Now, I don't know SMU is good. They're back. Their program is back. Obviously, when we were all younger, they went on the death penalty after the Eric Dickerson, Craig James days. But it is kind of surprising that, unless maybe Matt Leinert and his son decided, hey, look, I'm not going to be able to play at SC. But, I think SMU might be considered better than USC right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's more of the fact that Cole can probably play there right away because SC is getting like Lincoln Riley's thing, and George, you and I talked with Danny Hernandez about this, where Lincoln Riley wants the transfer quarterbacks who are going to be juniors or seniors because he needs to win right away. That's the kind of stuff that he's doing.
Yeah.
What else I got for you? Okay, there's a Notre Dame in Sherman Oaks. Mm-hmm. They also have a great quarterback named Wyatt Brown. They're playing against Laguna Beach. Laguna Beach, you wouldn't think about it. There are a lot of surfers. They're down there. But no, they're both – Laguna's 9-1, and Laguna has a really good quarterback as well named Jack Hurst, who's thrown for 41 touchdowns. So a lot of good matchups in the playoffs this week.
All right. Well, listen, where are we here? We're in early November. And so, we're here. It's high school football season is, I guess, for all intent and purposes, regular season anyway, is over. And now we start the playoffs and start that pursuit of a state title. Okay, man, this is exciting.
Yep.
You going out to any of these games tonight?
Yep. No, so actually, Cappy, I'm glad we're talking right now because I felt like you yesterday. I'm in Fort Worth. I got a fight tomorrow night here at Fort Worth, and we're right next to TCU. And I walked in. We had a staff dinner that we walked into this bar. It's right next to the hotel. It turns out it's like the college bar. We were the old people in the college bar. I felt like you, Cappy. I was like, no, we got to leave. Then I look around. There's a bunch of old guys as well. So the old guys looked at each other, did the head nod, like, yeah, all right, head nod, good. And then I got into it with the kid because he was yelling at me going, Jaeger bomb, bro, Jaeger bomb, bro. I was like, no, I'm not doing a Jaeger bomb. He's like, come on, bro. And I'm like, what would Cappy do right now? And I did the opposite. I didn't do the Jaeger bomb.
Oh, I would not do it either. As a matter of fact, before the Laker game.
Oh, wow, I'm shocked.
Yeah, no. Beto, before the Laker game, this is on Wednesday night, I met with one of our partners from Prize Picks down at Tom's Watch Bar down in LA Live. And I walk in, and the guy's drinking a beer, and the bartender says to me, he goes, what can I get for you? I said, I'll have a soda water with a lime. The bartender starts giving me guilt, okay, about not wanting to order a drink. So, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, do I let him pressure me into ordering a vodka soda, which I didn't want, or am I going to hold down? I'm going to hold on to my conviction and say, no, I just want a soda water with a lime. And this bartender literally guilted me about having a soda water with a lime. What if I'm not a drinker? What if I'm in recovery? I mean, Chris, what do you do now if a bartender says to you, come on, man, really? That's what you're going to have? What do you do?
I say, hey, I almost died from heart failure. I'm sober, 10 months sober. And they usually look at me and they're like, sorry. I'm sorry, man. I don't guilt them. I don't think people should. Like, a bartender's job is to get numbers in. So I've been way back in the day. I remember when I was on Accutane 20 years ago and I couldn't drink. Mm-hmm. And I would say to people, I'm on Accutane, because I'd be like, their job is to get the numbers up and to get tips. So don't be so much of an a-hole to them. But whatever.
I wasn't an a-hole. I just was like, bro, I'm good, man. Please,
and we love Tom's Watch Bar, by the way. Bergie, I'll be broadcasting live there on USC UCLA Day.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, the bartender, but he was eventually cool. It was good. So, anyway. So I understand that. No Jaeger bombs for me.
Good.
I will not drink. I will not drink Jaeger. Will not drink it.
No, I thought you'd be the dad who'd want to be cool and I can do it, bro. Yeah.
No. As a matter of fact, you ready for this? Wait, you'll love this, Beto. My daughter, who goes to school up at Cal Poly Slow, I said, hey, did you hear about the dad and what happened at Parents Weekend? She goes, no, what happened?
1 minute.
One of the fraternities had a party, and the dad wanted to be the cool guy, so they lifted him up to do one of these like beer things, like where they hold him up. And the dad fell and broke his back.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's a good way to end that, Cappy.
I'm not being peer pressured. Yep. I'm not being peer pressured.
Beto Duran, the High School Football Report. Have a great day, Beto. Thank you for checking in. We'll talk to you Monday. The High School Football Report, brought to you by Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Your child's comeback starts at CHLA. 9 o'clock, the Rich Eisen Show terrestrially on 7:10 a.m. We continue on the YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. And if you're listening on the app, don't do anything, Jack. Because you know why? We continue. Mike Trudell, Sammy Batesh, maybe even the great Clinton Yates will stop by. That's all ahead on a Haida Friday. Smile, Jack, on ESPN LA.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you expect your insurance company to be there for you, but often they look for ways to underpay your claim. If you're feeling abandoned, pushed to use low-rated contractors, or ignored after years of loyalty, we protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for. Contact Avner Gatt, one of California's largest public adjusting firms. Visit avnergatt.com or call 818-917-5256. With a team that has the industry's know-how, including experience from the insurance side, Avner Gatt is ready to fight for you. With over 20 years of experience, they offer a free initial consultation and have the largest network of experts to evaluate your damages. Remember, size, experience, and expertise matter. Don't let your insurance company leave you in the dark. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, or visit avnergatt.com today. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
Hey, Dad, I gotta come clean about something.
Okay.
I only paid for a brand new Hyundai Tucson.
Oh, you might be on the naughty list.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends December 1st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Support comes from Clean Power Alliance, providing 3 million residents and businesses clean electricity options. On every road with every light we turn on, we can choose clean energy. Change is electric. Learn more at cleanpoweralliance.org/changeeselectric.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Ever seen an origami version of the Hollywood sign? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save on phones and plans where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local LA Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on root metric true score report dated 1H2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person with the deal. Additional terms apply.
Vista Paint is California's original paint company and has been serving pros and homeowners since 1956. Our paints are formulated for lasting performance, beautiful finishes, and made to withstand the weather. Vista Paint, locally made, expertly crafted, always reliable.
You ever notice the harsh feeling and chlorine taste in LA water? That's why I made the switch to LifeSource water. Their whole house water system gives clean, filtered water from every tap in my house. It's become our essential appliance we love using every day. No salt, no regular maintenance. With LifeSource, you deal directly with their local factory. No middlemen, no hassle. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. Warranty limitations apply.
Michelle's Moment here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Harry Douglas here. Look, being a man doesn't mean skipping self-care. Manscaped makes it easy to feel confident, clean, and ready for anything. Whether you're at work, hitting the gym, traveling for business, or heading for a night out. The Lawnmower Trimmer gives you precision, the Beard Hedger keeps your look tight, and their grooming essentials smell incredible. Manscaped's tools are built to perform, helping you stay sharp, smooth, and feeling your best every single day. Because real confidence starts with a clean cut and the right gear. Get all the Manscaped products you need right now at your local Target.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
A hot Chicana from the barrio keeping it real.
It's a Heina Friday.
I'm looking for a female Heina. It's a Heina Friday.
A hot Chicana from the barrio keeping it real.
Not a Heina that smokes that juice. You suck and you're gutless.
I want to suck your blood.
It's a Heina Friday.
Yeah, and as somebody who was younger and who was looking out for Big Bro at the time.
But he was young. He wouldn't know not to get married.
Yeah, what the hell would I have known at 21 years old?
He was dropping Miami Heat everywhere.
But that's my point. Don't you see that if he would have said to me, hey, listen, I'm dropping Miami Heat. You should be dropping Miami Heat. Let's go drop Miami Heat together. You know, let's go be Crockett and Tubbs. You know what I mean?
The Sedano and Kap morning show is on the air.
I woke up at 4:30 because I got to go to the bathroom, once, But,
only once per night?
Only once, yeah.
Hey, nice prostate.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
Give me a freaking break.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
Football!
how do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger.
Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
My girlfriend Jean went to Korea and had salmon sperm injected into her face. Beautiful.
Okay,
Well,
so
let me tell you something, Mean Gene. That salmon sperm's going to make all the difference tonight, brother.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo? Bit Boy. It's a Heine Friday.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Heine Friday here in the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
You know, sometimes it's got to get really hard.
This is Pepe Mantilla, your Spanish voice of the Los Angeles Lakers.
You know, sometimes it's got to get really hard.
And it's a Heine Friday.
9:02 and 30 seconds. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Heine Friday. We celebrate appropriately today by finding a Heine, as Mike Trudell reminds us. Hold on, wrong button. That was my thumb that hit that.
A hot Chicana from the barrio, keeping it real.
And a tradition unlike any other, Mike Trudell joins us now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Good morning, my nudging partner, Mike Trudell.
I wish I had a nudge here in Atlanta, but I'm hyped. It's a Heine Friday, baby.
Yeah. You've had a great week, Mike Trudell. I mean, not only did you and George both make an appearance on the Cappy Lappy, but now you're here on Sedano and Kap for a Heine Friday, which you named, by the way.
So I thought you were going to say something, but then what you're arguing is that the reason my week is great is because I made an appearance on the Cappy Lappy. That was the first part.
Yeah, it wasn't really an argument. It was really more of a statement of, did you have a great week because you made it to the Cappy Lappy?
I did want to run something past you, Cappy.
Okay.
If I could.
Please.
So I heard you talking earlier about Will.i.am, right? Mm-hmm. And now I happened to be in studio the day before when Taboo was in there, and I was like, oh, this guy's incredible. Mm-hmm. And what happened was, so Taboo, he was excited to see me, which I was surprised about, and he kind of walks in the studio and he came straight to me. And he's obviously a Laker fan. We played Black Eyed Peas songs basically to intro every game for many, many years. And his son is a huge basketball fan. And I was just wondering if he would have come in and you were in the studio there and he would have kind of gone past you to get to me, how you would have handled something like that. And I like to think that you would have been fine and you would have been cool, but it was going through my head and what I would have done in that situation to try and steer it towards you.
Oh, well, thank you, first of all, for that. I'm a huge Taboo fan. I'm a huge Will.i.am fan. I'm a huge Black Eyed Peas fan. I've seen them probably 4 or 5 times. Love the band. But, listen, you have got a very, very pretty face that is plastered all over Lakers basketball. You are an extremely famous guy around L.A.
Well, no.
And I think that he would have walked right past me like, who the hell is this guy? I want to talk to that guy. And frankly, if I were Taboo, I'd walk past me too, and I'd walk right to you.
Okay. Well, I don't think so. I especially with how the Cappy Lappy is taken off, and I don't know if Morales agrees, but I feel like that is becoming so big and so viral that would have been the main feature if I were Taboo.
Now,
it is balling up, by the way. It's amazing.
I would say we should run after Trudell, his appearance is over here. I think we need to run the Cappy Lappy on YouTube.
Good idea.
Yeah, let's get the audio in here so we can play it. So we'll figure that out.
My favorite part of the Cap.
I mean, what's the whole point of having YouTube if we can't actually show people the Cappy Lappy? I know we want to drive engagement. Well, we can drive even more engagement by showing it here once.
Well, we could show the B-roll while we're talking about it now, but as for syncing up the audio and everything, we got to work on that. But we will.
But I will just tell you guys, my favorite part was not saying hi to Tyler Glasnow. It wasn't when Rob Pelinka walked by. It wasn't when Richard Jefferson's beautiful bald head made an appearance from the behind. My favorite part was that smoking hot chick who wanted to take a picture with me, and I was like, wait, why? Why do you want to take a picture with me? She's like, I don't know. I want to. The Cappy Lappy. And I thought that was so hot. And so I just love going around to the fans, high-fiving everybody, fist-bumping everybody. And I love when the people are like, Oh my God, dude! I'm part of the Cappy Lappy. Yes, we will do it. I don't want to overdo it, but we'll give you a fair warning.
Well, and you sat in my lappy during the Cappy Lappy when it was me, you, and Trudell at one point.
Right. Oh, it's coming up right here.
Yeah, I was jealous of that. Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah. A little
Mike,
bit.
I also noticed the toothpick that you had in your mouth.
Mike's a toothpick guy.
Oh, a toothpick guy.
Well,
yeah.
I'm not really a toothpick guy. The times that so AB, who's a legend in the Chick Hearn press room, keeps a little stack of toothpicks next to the Tootsie Rolls, like the flavor Tootsie Rolls. So they got vanilla, the blue. Mm-hmm. So I grab a couple of those, and then I usually have a salad before the game because Morales has got me inspired to take my health seriously, and I do eat a lot of sugar and a lot of carbs and stuff. So I try to have a salad before the game. But right before my first TV hit, I will often then have a couple of pieces of lettuce in my teeth, and so that's why I grab the toothpick and I just kind of make sure there's no green lettuce right in the middle of my dome or of my teeth. So that's why I had the
And the great Aaron Larsoul always brings Trudell a big soft pretzel. Trudell shared said pretzel with me during
that's true.
That game.
Cappy, Sedano, and I in Morales though we didn't do the Lady in the Tramp thing though with the pretzel and like what you and Cappy do with the hot dog that enraged your girlfriends. Or not both of your girlfriends. Who was Rachel just mad about that? Or
no, it was more
Stephanie
Stephanie. I think Stephanie was more upset about it.
They were both, not happy about it.
Okay, so we didn't do that. Now I'm not saying that I wouldn't do it with Sedano, but it wasn't a thought to do it.
Right, he just broke off a piece. Like, you want some? I'm like, sure, let's go.
Very sweet of you. Now, those toothpicks, just as a side note here, are they the spearmint flavored toothpicks that are individually wrapped, or are they the plain wooden toothpicks that just come in like a big bushel?
Well, no, so they are wooden, but they are individually wrapped.
But not flavored?
No flavor. No flavor on it.
Got it. No. Understood.
Well,
a great week, like I said.
Michael, this team is performing very well.
Very well.
What has been, I guess, something that maybe has flown under the radar, right? Because we know Luka's good, we know Austin's good. What are some of the things that you could tell us more in I don't know if I want to call it in the weeds per se, but just things that people aren't necessarily focused on, that aren't the top headlines, but things that are transpiring with this team that you think are also important that are not getting enough pub?
It's an insightful way to ask the question from a great basketball mind, from a ball knower, if I will. And
ball knowers. Thank you.
I will give it to you in two parts. Okay, the first part: how about the offseason that the Lakers had, where they acquire Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton, and Jake LaRavia while giving nothing up, okay? No picks, no big contracts. They just went out and kind of found who are the guys that we think are either undervalued by their own teams, and really I think that was the case, or that didn't have the performance that they could have had up to their talent level in the case of DeAndre Ayton for whatever reason, or Marcus Smart, and we know the reason was because he was hurt for on and off for the last couple of years. And all three have been terrific. So you add that to what George just described with how good that Luka and Austin have been singularly. And I think the thing that weaves all of that together, though, George, and this won't surprise you, I know you've spent time with J.J. Redick before the national games a couple of times, the coaching staff emphasis on details and on what they want to get done offensively and defensively. I just think that has grown a ton, even from a year one, which was a 50-win regular season for J.J. Redick in his first year. So to have the chance to carry that into the offseason, to get three guys without giving a lot up, and then to just instill this kind of belief and this level of competitiveness and this togetherness, 7-2 when you've missed the types of players that the Lakers have. Luka's been out for 4 games. Austin Reeves been out for 2 games. LeBron is yet to play. That usually would be a standings death sentence in the Western Conference this early. Instead, the Lakers trail only Oklahoma City. So credit goes around everywhere, but the front office and J.J. Redick especially, I think, for tying those knots together, you got to shout him out.
So, Mike, George does ask a great question. What are the things that are under the radar? Now, you specifically talked about acquisitions and players. I want to talk about something you just mentioned, which is team chemistry. JJ mentioned a word. It sounded like a made-up word. I don't know what it is or what it meant. And then Luka mentioned it also. But they mentioned it in the postgame about how JJ has the players create like a presentation for the other players and coaches. Lucas said the coaches do it better than the players. But it's more of a, hey, I want you guys to all know each other, not just as basketball teammates, but as people. Do you know what I'm talking about? Can you tell us anything about what JJ's had? All these PowerPoint presentations. Do you know anything about this?
It's like an icebreaker, yes.
So it's called Pecha Kucha, I believe.
Yes.
All right. It's a Pecha Kucha, and it's like each player selects 5 photos or some compilation of things, and to answer a question like, who was your biggest influence, or what is the biggest moment of your life? Like for what was the biggest moment that changed your life? For Luka, it was having his daughter, as an example. Mm-hmm. And Luka said that some players take it more seriously than others. Frankly, the coaches have done a much better job on the players, and that's no surprise, right? I mean, these coaches are going to be very detail oriented, and the head coaches ask for it, right? So everybody's going to do the job well. Luka said his was the worst, but I think that's one tactic I think that's been good. There's another term, and maybe George remembers it. I don't remember it, but it's a Japanese term, and it's like almost not a lifestyle, but like a way that you try to envision what's coming ahead of you. So JJ's trying some of this stuff, and I do think that it's working. But to me, Cappy, it's not so much the specific thing, the pechakucha or the Japanese word. Maybe it's kaido or something. But the bottom line is that the details that he is like making sure that the players really do know what their job is on a daily basis and how that fits into the larger theme. There are a lot of ways to get to that, but the fact that he's really trying hard to get to it is, I think, the driver. It's the effort level starting from the coaching staff, and that seeps through the whole roster.
Is it Kaizen?
Yeah, Kaizen. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
And by the way, pechakucha, I just looked it up. A pechakucha presentation is a concise and visual presentation format that uses 20 slides, with each slide shown for exactly 20 seconds for a total of 6 minutes and 40 seconds, and it emphasizes storytelling.
They do 5 slides, not 20.
Gotcha.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, there's too many guys. Right. Yeah.
Too many slides. Too much work.
Kaizen is just like a ritual of continuous improvement through like small details, to your point. Yes.
There you go. See, are we all getting better right now just listening to this?
Yeah.
And by the way,
well, are you reading reading the book? Are you reading the book that JJ read this off? I showed Cappy and Morales in the audience.
What is the book, George?
The Culture Code by Daniel Coyle. Like, he read that this offseason, so maybe some of that is coming from
maybe
this.
I might on the next long road trip. This is the first road trip of the year, so I'm catching up on magazines that I have been kind of building in the off season, and I'm just trying to like knock one out every flight. As soon as I get done with that, I will move on to the book portion of my plane rides, because I can't sleep on planes, unfortunately, and often I'm like the only one. Ireland doesn't sleep. Well, he sleeps some, actually. But yes.
Well, he's taking like 40 milligrams of gummies every night to go to sleep, according to him. So.
Well, that's a whole nother topic. But as you know, I will say nothing about John Ireland except that I love him very deeply. You hear that, Morales?
We do know. Mike, as far as my hotel room in New Orleans at the Laker team hotel.
Yeah, what's the latest? What's the latest?
Well, I got myself a very cute Airbnb in uptown New Orleans, which is right near the campus of Tulane, so that I can be closer to my daughter. And listen, I'm still contemplating, do I go to the Lakers-Pelicans game on a Friday night, or do I just do like parent weekend kind of stuff with my daughter on Friday night, getting ready for the big Tulane FAU game on Saturday?
Well, okay. First things first, is that this week or in a couple weeks?
It is next Friday, because you're on the road for 5 games right now.
Yes, but it's like next Friday is in the 14th.
Correct.
Okay, so then we're getting in on the third. Are you getting in on the 13th so we can at least like go to dinner and get a drink or something?
Yes, I leave LAX at noon on Thursday, presumably. Okay. Assuming that the government shutdown doesn't delay my flight or cancel it.
Michael?
No thought on that.
On you, dog.
No thought on that.
Michael, are you there?
No, he hung up.
I think we lost him, yeah.
He was like, you know what? He's getting ready to hit me up for tickets. Let me hang up.
He canceled
you. Oh, sorry. Got technical issues.
Meanwhile, the big Clinton Yates CY is in the studio. Now,
what's up, gang?
Do you know because I think the last time we spoke, I was making a Blue Jays bet about a Blue Jays hat.
Oh, yeah.
And now
I
I'm
forgot
wearing a
about that.
Dodgers championship hat, and I got to wear a G-string soon.
You weren't ripped to shreds in the streets during the parade?
No. Well, I wasn't at the parade.
Okay.
Then Steven Hernandez from Hernandez Wholesale Flooring reached out to Cappy about me being at the stadium for the celebration.
Okay.
But then Sedano, in a brilliant masterclass that only Sedano could do, because he doesn't like the Morongo roll call that we do.
All right.
He doesn't like to talk to the callers.
It's a
So he goes into the mongrels and talks on the YouTube.
Ah.
But then for the parade day, we did all Morongo call-in and all calls.
Nice.
Well, Sedano, being brilliant, said, how am I going to make this sting for Morales? So then he said, basically, smash the like button. And at 250 likes, I had to spend $1,000 of merch, which you see Bergie wearing a hat, you see me wearing a
That's
hat.
why everybody's outfitted.
At 500 likes, I had to wear a Dodgers G-string, which we accomplished that.
That's
with
a tough look.
Sedano painting a D on one cheek.
Cappy.
Cappy painting a D on one cheek
George
and
is
an
like,
R
do
on the
not
other
get
cheek.
me affiliated with this nonsense.
So
Okay.
we did that. At 710 likes,
Right.
it was paint Kershaw across my chest.
Jesus.
We accomplished that. At 1,000 likes, it was, and Sedano said this with a lot of gusto, paint the name paint Gutless across my, quote, big fat belly. We hit that. Then at 1,500 likes, wax my back and put the L.A. on my back.
That's a lot of Morales.
It's a lot of Morales, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Well,
good
he
job.
deserved the punishment.
You survived it.
So we ended up at 1,700 likes for that
Okay,
broadcast.
that's good. That's a good bit. I like that. That way you juice everybody up and you get to take the pain.
Now,
What
will
did
you
we-
be
what
here?
Did we joke about? By the way, Trudell wants to know if you want him back on. He's happy.
Nah,
to
I think
come
we're
back
good.
on.
We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just text
Tell him
when
I
you-
do, though. But
By
even
the way-
though I don't really, but just tell him I do.
Cap, by the way, you should go to that game for no other reason than you can say you were inside the blender, which is what they call the Smoothie King Arena in New Orleans.
Yeah, I think my daughter would probably like to go just because she'd be like bragging to her friends. Oh, my
It's
dad
an old
works
ass
for
arena,
ESPN.
though.
It
Yeah,
is
my
old.
dad.
You could go and do a Cappy Lappy and nobody would have any clue who you are.
That's right. Hey,
Yeah.
listen, I do the Cappy Lappy in L.A. and nobody knows who I am.
But by the way, I was going to say, I would like to think that Parker and I kind of raised the bar on the Cappy Lappy a little bit when we did it at Dodger Stadium.
Oh, there's no doubt you did.
I had to put it down. I was like, listen, new season 2 of
Yeah.
the Cappy Lappy. We're starting strong.
Which is why when you inspired me to do better.
Okay.
And that's why episode 2 of the Cappy Lappy. Episode 1 was opening night, not so great.
Yeah.
And that was because Bergie and I made an executive decision that we're doing the Cappy Lappy too early. And part of the fun of the Cappy Lappy is having to get through the maze of people.
Right.
So we wait until there's about 10 minutes till tip and the players are on the floor and there's a real vibe and energy. But Clinton, I'd love for you to see this week's Cappy Lappy.
I'll check it out.
We think it's the best one we've done so far, and you raised the bar.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I'll check it out. Yeah, it's different at baseball games than it is at basketball games, obviously, because there's no lap. In fact, you're just kind of popping around. But I will check out this week's episode for sure.
All right. By the way, I'm loving your hat. Eric B. and Rakim. Oh, my God.
it was
Come on,
it was
man.
an election week, so I figured I'd throw this bad boy on.
Yeah.
I
vote for those two guys.
Yeah, I mean Eric B. for president. We know how that goes.
Yeah,
we know
right
how
on.
it goes.
Yeah. Clinton, by the way, George, I don't know if you know this or not. You know, Clinton's show on the ESPN National Radio Network is called Clinton and Friends.
Yes. I
Yeah,
have
I've
been
been
on said show.
Yes,
You can hear that weekdays 7 to 9 a.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Ding.
I feel like Clinton and I are friends, and yet I had never really gotten an invitation. And then, on parade day, I was a full-on reporter for
There we
Clinton and
go.
Friends.
Yeah,
Yes.
Look at that.
Correspondent on the streets. People were
Yeah.
like, "Who the hell is this guy?" And
Right.
like,
I was boots on the ground, bro.
You know, it was that was actually a very quality because Cap did what I like, which is we get for a national show we get super hyper local. Like when Indiana people call in, we make them tell us what their mascot was from their high school and what the capacity of their gym is because they take that stuff seriously. Cappy was going street to street with folks about downtown LA, and it was great. People appreciated it, so that was a good job. That was
It was fun.
Did you have fun at the parade?
Oh, it was great, man. It was so great just to be around all these people who were so happy.
Yeah.
You know, that's really it. I know it's a little bit cliche at this point. You know, sports can galvanize a community. But the reality is that you had hundreds of thousands of people on the streets. Everybody was in their gear. People were drinking, hardcore Monday morning at 7 a.m. and they were celebrating because their team had done it again. And everybody was so well behaved and everybody was so nice to each other. You know, there weren't problems when you put that many people together and that much alcohol together. I had a great time. I thought it was terrific, man.
But by
It
the
really
way,
was.
the thing I learned, George, coming out of this championship celebration, I did not know Freddie Freeman's worm game was
dude.
that strong.
Very
I
good.
was not familiar
yeah.
with his work on the dance floor. That was
And
incredible.
and
For a
it's
big
not
man
just
doing
the
that.
worm. It's not just the worm. It's the finish. It's the
Yeah.
dismount.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, where he had the leg spread coming up. That's
Yeah.
pretty solid.
Yeah, you don't want him to hurt a groin.
No.
You know,
Well,
but
that's
that was-
happened. Bathroom activities.
Right, here we are. We're looking at Freddie Freeman right now on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Freddie. Okay. All right. Okay. Here I go. Come on now. And everybody's like, come on, Freddie, do it. Oh, damn.
Mookie was the
He's
one
down.
in the back giving the most love. He said, we need this. The streets need this.
Yeah.
And Freddie hit it. That's
He
kind of
did.
leader Marcus Lynn is.
It was great to see all these Dodger players too show up at the Lakers game on Wednesday night. Blake Snell, by the way, if you've never been around Blake Snell's a monster. Now everybody knows how tall Tyler Glasnow is, but Blake Snell is a monster.
Sneaky
dude.
tall. Yeah.
Yeah, he really is. And you know who's sneaky tiny? Is Will Smith. Will Smith is, I'm not joking, he's 5'9", maybe 190 pounds. Like, Will Smith is very small for a guy who hits monster bombs.
Hey, man, Mookie are just regular-sized dudes. You know what I'm saying? But once you put the gear on and once you get between the lines, they are competitors of the highest order. I thought that Will Smith at Raising Cane's was, like, he was actually engaged in that. You know? He was taking pictures with people, folks. I found him to be very personable. I like Will a lot. Good guy.
I didn't see that, the Raising Cane's thing.
He did some bit where he was like he was serving fast food and he was like legit into it. You know, you see those sometimes where dudes just show up, they'll drop a bag of fries, they'll drop a fry cart, and then they'll walk away or whatever. Like, no, Will was out there doing actual stuff. It was really fun. We were going live with it on TV. It was fantastic.
That's pretty cool. What day was that? Do you
I
guys
think
recall?
it was 2 days ago because my friend who happens to be in town from Australia was like, by the way, I think there was a Dodger when I got my food this morning. And I was like,
no way.
What are you talking about? She's like, yeah. She said, I saw Will Smith, but that's not him. I was like, oh, that Will Smith. And I had to explain it to her. So that's how I knew. And I turned it on TV.
I thought we were sending Cappy to Australia next year, most likely.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
Rams.
The Rams are going to play a game there.
What city?
I don't know.
I mean, is it Sydney or is it Melbourne?
I think it's
Okay.
Melbourne.
It's Melbourne.
Yeah, that's where the
That's how you
Australian
say
Open
it.
is.
Melbourne. Not Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yes, see, you got. Trust me, I was literally hanging out with my friend from back in high school who lives in Melbourne, and that's how she says it.
That's like people from Toronto get mad if you pronounce the second T.
Yeah,
they
Toronto.
say Toronto.
Toronto.
Now,
Exactly.
Cappy's going to be there most likely for 10 days.
Okay.
He's going to do the show while he's there.
Excellent.
But
You
what
do realize there's like a 19-hour time difference, right?
Oh, no. We've laid this all out for him.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is that the
Really,
show
90
starts
hours?
at
This is my kind of
the
carry
show
on, by
starts
the way.
at 2 a.m.
Y'all are definitely in my
Well,
wheelhouse
if
right
he
now.
wants to go, then he'll do it.
Right.
Which he already said he wanted to.
Yeah. Yep. I've done broadcasts from Europe before
Sure.
where I was in the middle of the night and I was having to do, these broadcasts back to
Right, but
California.
the weird part of it is it's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah. Like it'll be a whole day ahead of time. That's awesome.
It'd be a good bit.
I want
So
to
wait,
go.
is it Melbourne or is it Sydney? Have we established that yet?
It's Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Okay, so the reason I was asking was for weather purposes because that is a closer climate to California than Sydney is what I was getting at.
Oh, okay. Well, I've never been to Australia before.
I haven't either, but I just had a whole chalk talk about this randomly with somebody that I've known for a long time who's lived there for 10 years.
We better have a lot of kangaroo Instagram stuff.
I mean,
I'm just going to tell you
you know,
that.
If the Rams are going to go to Australia, I want to go to Australia.
Is this a regular season game?
Yeah, it's going to
I
be
think
the
it's game
first
one.
week.
Yeah.
Game 1, the Friday, but we don't know for sure yet.
Game 1 is down under.
The Friday, you know how they had the Friday in Brazil? They're going to do the
Are they
Friday.
going to get like a bye the second week?
I'm assuming. I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
I guess they
Well, no,
probably
if they
think
play
about
the
it like
Thursday game, or is it a Sunday game, or is
I
it
think
probably-
it's probably that
probably-
Friday game.
Friday?
It's
Oh, sorry,
probably
you just said
Thursday
that,
in
my
the
bad, yeah.
but it's probably Thursday in the States.
No,
and
it's Friday in the States.
Oh,
Saturday.
really?
Yeah, that's what I believe.
Oh.
But none of this is we shouldn't really be talking about it
I
that in
understand.
depth. And
I
it's on
understand.
me for bringing it up.
No,
but
but-
it was
I got
it was a good hook to the Australia thing.
Very well.
Yeah.
Australia's a sneaky good baseball nation, by the way. They've turned out
Really?
a couple big leaguers in their time, and they punch above their weight at the World Baseball Classic. Yeah.
They're also kind of sneaky in basketball too. I
Right.
mean, right? I
That's
mean,
true.
there have been some NBA players from Australia.
You know who's crushing it in the Australian League right now?
who that?
Ben Simmons?
Former Laker champion, JaVale McGee.
Oh.
That I did not
Javale.
know.
Yeah.
I did
We
not
would have
know
sent Sedano too, but I didn't even want to ask the question because of his schedule. So
Right.
Well, at that time of the year, impossible.
yeah.
Where are you right now, George? Are you in L.A.?
I'm home. I'm home.
Okay.
I'm
All right,
off
fair.
this week from football.
Oh, nice. Okay. Very well.
Yeah.
So Virginia's not going to go to the national championship game?
What's that?
Virginia's not going to the national championship game out of the ACC? I know that's your wheelhouse.
Yeah, I don't think so. I would be surprised. Honestly, I think Virginia, and Emily, if you're listening, close your ears. I think Virginia is probably going to lose a game here before the end of the season.
Oh, okay. Very well. All right. Well, I ain't got nothing else going on. I just popped in.
That's it, huh?
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baseball season's over. I'm chilling.
So now what?
Now what? I'm actually okay. So this is the story I'm working on. I'm working on a story about what is happening with the Jaylen Brown situation. Now,
the hair.
As a black man, we've talked. We've discussed hairlines on the show before.
It struck again, apparently. Yeah, I saw.
And take a picture for your mom. Anyway, so I am legitimately going to report a story about how the black community, men in the black community of a certain age, are the most underserved population in the larger beauty context, if that makes sense. There's no reason why rich dudes should be out here with looks that bad overall, cropping together things. It's like, where are the people? Where is the technology for this? I understand the Turks are excellent at this, but just the everyday brother who's got this issue and cares about it enough to the point that they're faking it, like, there is a market hole here. Everybody else in the world has something that they can hide their, hair insecurities with. But for whatever reason, dudes are still out there painting on their foreheads and embarrassing themselves. It's got to change. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I understand your passion for the subject.
Yeah, it's a deeply personal one. I'm just kidding.
You didn't do the full quote, though.
No, I'm not doing the full quote.
Do the full quote.
Sedano doesn't know it.
Yeah, Sedano missed it.
Blame the replay. No, I'm not doing it.
So, Sedano, this is what Quinton said I think it was, because I wasn't here last week. So it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Where he goes, take a look, shows the hairline, because this is your mama's favorite seat.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I heard that. I was here.
All right, good. I don't want to be known for that.
I want you to be known for that because it's amazing.
Because I already am. No, I'm joking. All right, boys, I'm getting out of here.
All right, CY.
See ya.
The big CY.
All right, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and then Sammy Batesh will be in here, our ESPN LA Kings insider. Plus, we've got Dealer's Choice ahead and more fun and frivolity. Now, I do want to hear, actually, before we go to this 2-minute timeout.
Yeah.
So one of the things that came up, I think, in the YouTube chat, because I'm in there with the Mongrels today.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I only know this because a few weeks ago, Stephanie bought this amazing brioche bread, and I thought, it would be great. Let's spread some Nutella on that. So for the first time in years, I had Nutella, and we bought the little jar of Nutella. Now, I know, Sedano, you're saying you guys at home have the big Costco jar.
Yeah,
but
because these kids love
Nutella is not
Nutella.
a runny fluid. It's like peanut butter. So if I dropped the jar of peanut butter, it wouldn't all run out. So I guess my question is, and the question that people are asking
No,
about,
of course it would.
It would?
If you hold, if a jar of Nutella spills over, it's going to plop out of the jar.
It's not like peanut butter.
Right.
Well,
it doesn't have that level of consistency.
I'm
thinner
asking.
than peanut butter. That's
Okay,
right.
I'm asking.
That's right.
I'm asking.
Because
Not
I also
even
was a little
close.
confused. I also, Chris, I will admit, I was a little confused.
So later on, I will be at Stephanie's house this afternoon.
Here,
I
look,
am
I'll show
going
you
to.
right
I
now.
am
I
going
don't know
to
if we have
pour.
enough left in the industrial
Let me
box.
go see if I got any.
I'm going to pour the jar of Nutella on my chest to see if it runs out.
No.
Really?
And then maybe we'll have. Although Otis the bunny can't have Nutella. But maybe we'll have Stephanie will win.
Oh, come on, man. I'm sure she's listening right now.
People have to pay to see
excited
that,
about
Chris.
this.
Come on, Steffa. You can do it.
What I'll do is, if it does run on my chest, I will then go to the jacuzzi and take a video of the Nutella on my chest, maybe in the jacuzzi.
No,
then
you don't
you'll
want
get
to put
it
the
in the
Nutella
jacuzzi,
in
and then you're
the
gonna
No,
have
then
to like.
I'll rub it off.
All right,
exactly,
so
Linz.
there's not enough in
Let me
it,
see.
but there's not enough in it to move. But what happened again? The way I explained it to you, you guys may not remember this. Mateo had a butter knife in there and was getting it out, and then the thing fell over. So whatever he scooped, and then whatever remnants that were also loose fell on the dog.
Yeah, like it was like, imagine if it's like a clap revision here.
Oh,
where
a clap revision.
You're like, you take the Nutella, what is it, a jar, and you hold it upside down, and you take the knife like you're scooping it out, and then
By the way,
it plops out.
we have to play for Clapper next week. The Lindsay impersonation of Clapper, because that was amazing.
Yes.
Very good.
Horizontal.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good word.
Oh, it's 9:30 in the Southland on a High Enough Friday. Sammy Batesh, our ESPN LA Kings insider, will join us next. We'll talk about the Kings getting manhandled by those Stanley Cup champs last night, the Florida Panthers. 2-minute timeout. We're back. The YouTube hour and on the ESPN LA app right here. The Sedano Kap Morning Show on a High Enough Friday on ESPN LA.
Black Eyed Peas legend Taboo joined DeMarco and Travis to share his passion for the Dodgers and the legacy of Fernando.
Got to talk about Fernando. El Toro.
Yes, sir.
And I love hearing the story of what he meant to somebody that is Latino, that somebody that is Mexican-American or Mexican. And you got to live that experience, Taboo.
Yes, sir.
For me, it was wanting heroes that represented us. The way that he looked. He was a chubbier, heavier set kid that was an amazing pitcher. So it was unconventional to sports or being an athlete. He didn't care. He's like, yo, this is me. Take me how I am. I'm going to put it down for the city. I'm going to represent Mexicanos with ultimate class. Even if I don't speak English, you got Jaime Jarrin being a translator.
Yep.
You know, it was just beautiful to see that for our city.
DeMarco and Travis in the afternoon. It's sports, music, culture, and a whole lot of Dodger Blue. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on ESPN LA.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you need an ally who truly understands your needs. Avner Gatt is here to help you navigate the complexities of insurance claims. Are you feeling abandoned because your home is unlivable and your insurance company isn't cooperating? Or perhaps you're being pressured to use a contractor with poor reviews. You've been loyal to your insurance company for over 20 years, yet now they treat you like an outsider. Avner Gatt knows how to turn the tables. We protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for, and we cover all of Southern California, ensuring your voice is heard and your home is restored. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner and his family personally take your calls with 5-star ratings from Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Don't let your insurance company dictate your future. Avner Gatt is here to help. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Well, luckily we're in the YouTube hour. Sedano and Kap Morning Show. 9:33. Well, it's SZA's birthday tomorrow. She turns
She turns what?
36.
Yeah. Shout out to SZA.
By the way, this song brings me back to, I think, Sammy was here, Patesh. It was NBA All-Star Weekend back in 2018, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And this song was really hot. It was the last time I saw that hack, JT the Brick, in person.
We also hung out with Keyshawn that day. Where were we ahead of the game?
I don't know, somewhere in downtown LA.
Yeah, it was a cool spot. And you're right, that night we partied hard with JT and Jamie Foxx.
Oh, yeah.
We were
Sammy,
an old friend of mine. Yeah, absolutely.
Samboni.
Yes.
Let me
So
ask you a
Sam
question.
Patesh, our ESPN LA Kings insider, joins us now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Samboni, I have a question for you.
Yes, Cappy, what do we got?
How are you and I going to get to JT the Brick's 60th birthday party in Vegas?
Also called the Hackathon.
When Chris, look at Sammy's face. He knows. When Chris here has declared thermo-global nuclear war.
I'm going to get him a 60th birthday gift, and I'm going to get JT the Hack T-shirts made and send him one.
Okay, Cappy, I have an entire philosophy around this entire thing and a game plan for you and I.
Okay.
If we flood social media with how much fun we're having at this event.
Not a chance.
If we flood socials.
I will. Please do it because I will flood back.
Including tagging ESPN Los Angeles, which
I will
we need to
flood
do, Cappy. Because, I mean, at this point, JT is an FOP, friend of program, right? I mean, he's still technically.
EOP, enemy of program.
Because,
by the way,
friend of program.
for our owners of this radio entity,
Yes.
JT has waged war on our content, which means now he is an enemy of all of ours.
So I like to do
Not
this.
mine.
Cappy, you know, a good friend of mine once told me that he keeps his enemies very close to him. Good friend, old friend of mine in the radio business. Used to say he keeps his enemies close.
Is this that was a swink at me, by the way.
Clearly.
Just an old friend of mine used to tell me, keep your enemies close. We're keeping JT close on this, Cappy. All right? We are invited to a very exclusive party. 60th. I mean, those were like gold tickets.
I
from
mean,
Willy
I didn't
Wonka.
get the invite at all.
Well, Sedano, you might have been known to
Sedano,
side with me now on this one.
There's a big there's a big divide here, but I'm telling you, Cappy, you and I have the power.
Oh,
to
so
bring this thing back.
Sedano's wrong. He sided with the guy with talent. Oh no.
Let me tell you something.
Who's the guy with talent?
Me. JT's a talentless hack that if he didn't
you
win a
stop.
smack off 40 years ago,
I mean,
what would he be doing?
I'm not even, I didn't get the invite. It's fine. Like, I'm okay with that. I also think what you're doing is also ridiculous.
Well,
Two
I
things
mean,
can be
Sam
true at
Patesh
once.
and Cappy brought it up. I wasn't going to bring up JT.
Okay, Cappy. Bottom line is you and I are going to be there. There will, at minimum, be a photo. And I say we flood social media and go big on what a great time we're having. Because I think, by the way, Chris, no matter what Morales says here.
Guess what? I am going to use AI to create a photo of Jim Rome and I will respond with that.
Okay. Look, Cappy, you and I are close to everyone involved here. And I think you and I have the power to do this. And as powerful as
Ruben
CMM
Flores
thinks
in the
he is,
YouTube chat says, who's JT? And that might be the biggest question mark and the best one so far.
I promise you, Morales deep down has FOMO about certain things.
And I'm going to take a picture with Vic the Brick, too.
You and I can create this. I'm telling you, Cappy, we can bring this around. I promise.
I'm not 100%
And Esther in the
committed.
YouTube chat, JT a Jim Rowe mongrel. Yeah, that's good.
I will be, Cappy, I will be there.
Are you 100% committed to the project?
It's on. So Allie, my wife and I, Allie, we don't share a calendar. It's just if something shows up on the calendar, that makes it official. Like that, just like, all of a sudden you got to deal with it, right?
Yep.
That's funny because Cappy and I share a calendar.
Okay.
Yeah, really.
So whether we have the conversation fully or not, once it shows up on the calendar, maybe that sparks the conversation.
Yeah.
December 5th, JT, Sammy, Cappy, Vegas is in my calendar.
Yeah, and you know what? This is one of those
I am going to
parties-
have GKB create an event that you have to be at to not do it.
Because JT may have even done this on the Friday night to make sure there wasn't a Kings game. He may have done this to get me there, Cappy.
Wow.
To make sure there wasn't a Kings game.
Come on, Chris. Can't you just let bygones be bygones and get over it?
By
Come
the
on,
way,
man.
I was fine with him being who he was. I was fine with him being on the stage. Sedano and I were huge supporters, and I was fine with the bit of him attacking me. I didn't care. I thought that was good, him and I being enemies. When he waged war on the radio station and calling out our content,
I want to make note that all this happened. The famous drop of you can play it.
Yeah, go
the
ahead.
Famous drop.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
the best part was there were orcas in the background when that happened.
Wait,
Somebody will find the video.
For the record, I want everyone to know that was the day I was not on the show.
Yes.
It's like I have not missed a lot of these morning shows, but that
we
day
were still afternoon.
Oh, it was still afternoon.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
no,
we were at
that's-
SeaWorld.
Yeah, SeaWorld. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's why there were orcas in the background, George.
And that's why I wasn't there. But the reality is that happened on a day I wasn't there. I feel like if I would have been on the show that day, it would not have escalated to that.
I agree with you. I agree. And all that happened was during Rams training camp when I asked Devontae Adams about his relationship with Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, by the way, this is a side note, George. You know who Michael Silver is from The Athletic? You know Michael Silver?
Oh, yeah. Formerly NFL Network, SI.
NFL writer. Yes.
I got a note from Michael Silver that apparently he's doing a story on Jimmy Garoppolo and that he's sending a shout-out to the Sedano and Cap show because of that whole Devontae Adams thing. So that's where it all started, and I wish that we could find a way to all just come together. We're all old friends. We're all connected, and I think that Chris waging war on JT.
By the way, he was never my friend.
No,
never my friend. He pretended to be my friend because it was good for business.
No, let me look in the camera.
He's a
here.
two-face hack.
Let me look in the camera here.
Two-face hack.
Let me look in the camera. JT is a tremendous friend of mine.
That's great.
One of my best friends. And knowing that Chris was also a best friend of mine, JT wanted to be best friends with Chris.
Well, he's not, and he never will be, and he'll never be allowed on this air again.
That's big.
Wow.
Meanwhile, why don't we move on to why you're on this segment?
I mean,
let's talk about the LA Kings.
Right? Do I? Right?
Black
Are you going
hand.
to ask me if I can go over the top here? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, black hand.
You can't go over Craig and Evan and Steve and Sam.
Right, I would have to go to them. Right?
Yes, go to them.
I'd have to go to them.
Go to them and wait for their answer.
Well, I'm just saying I would have to convince.
And by the way,
them,
Sedano, you will not, and I know you will not, because he's not
Well,
great at doing radio. If he was, this wouldn't even be a topic.
Stop.
Guy's been on the radio for 35
Jesus,
years.
Great.
Love, you're so obnoxious.
So
about this.
mean-spirited.
But
I will say one thing for JT. Congratulations to JT on one thing. The Raiders have moved radio stations. They've moved cities. They've moved arenas, stadiums, and they've moved owners over the course of his time there. 30 years, and JT's been the constant.
And I'll give JT this compliment. He'd be a better coach than Pete Carroll. Meanwhile, why don't we talk about the LA Kings?
I'd love to.
Well, Sammy, let's talk about what happened last night because
Cappy, there's two things last night. By the way, should we tell everybody how I walked you through the process of watching the Kings game? Also, that was
the
I thought
Kings
that was
game
important.
last night. I turn on I'm watching the Raiders and the Broncos, and I'm trying to watch the Kings and the Florida Panthers, and I can't find the freaking game on my phone. So I asked ChatGPT. I go, "Yo,
oh wow,
where can I watch the television broadcast of the Panthers and the Kings?" Tells me ESPN Plus.
Sure.
Once you hit me with ESPN Plus, I got problems.
You're done.
Yeah.
I got
It's
major
so bad.
problems.
Yeah.
So Sam and I last night are texting back and forth, and I'm showing him videos of how I can't log into freaking ESPN Plus until he finally walked me through it, and then I was able to watch the game. But at that time, it was 2-2 at the end of the first period, And I fell asleep before the game was over, only to find out that the Kings got ham-slammed by the defending champs, the two-time defending champs.
Slammed.
5-2 last night.
Yeah, brutal game. Really, really brutal game considering the Kings they were historically incredible and successful at home last season. They got their first home win of the season earlier this week on Tuesday against Winnipeg, and then follow it up with getting destroyed by Brad Marchand, the Rat, and the Florida Panthers, the back-to-back.
Why is he a Rat now? I saw what you tagged us in.
So that is his nickname.
Because he left Boston?
No. His nickname with Boston even, George, was the Rat. He's kind of a Corey Perry type guy where you hate him when he's on the other team, you love him when he's on your team, but he's the Rat because he gets in there, and he's a little guy. And frankly, I mean, I'm one to talk, but he's kind of got a little bit of a schnoz. Marchand's got kind of a Batesh schnoz as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he does. So I think that's why he's the Rat. And then, if you want to take it a step further, the Florida Panthers, you know what their celebration is when they score goals at home? They throw the Rats. So that's kind of perfect. So he is a Rat now with the Rats.
Remember that time, Sedano, when I called Cappy a rat and he got all mad?
Oh yeah, that's why I went there.
Never been more mad at you than when you did that.
Well, listen, calling somebody a rat is bad, but I figured that now I had Morales right where I wanted him earlier this week when he tried to welch on a bet, and I explained to him that a welcher's worse than a rat.
And then guess what I did? I upped the bet, and I paid off.
Yeah,
double
really
down.
Did.
He went double meat and double down this week.
That's right. I was with it. So that is a good point. Thank you for reminding me. Good producing there. Yesterday, I went with the Extra Meat Boys, Kai and Ethan. We went to the Ralphs in downtown LA, which at night, it is like District 9 over there.
No. At noon.
Well, it's fun.
Cappy. Have you been there? Have you been?
Of course.
Sedano and Cap, you have both been there?
Well, I walk these streets. I'm out here.
And Cappy and I went once. I needed a razor or something, and we had to walk through 5 pieces of glass.
You need a razor to walk in there.
He needed a razor to protect himself.
Yeah.
Right.
But Cappy, I got to take you there to meet Benjamin, the sandwich artist.
Oh, man.
One of the greatest sandwiches I ever had yesterday.
Really? Tell me what you had.
So it was turkey, it was ham, double meat. That's why we're the Extra Meat Boys. Cucumber, lettuce, pickles. Now I can have pickles. Black olives, red onion, tomato. The way this artist put on the mayo and the mustard onto the sandwich. Then no salt. I didn't have him sprinkle salt. Just a little pepper and a little bit of the olive oil. Ooh. Oh, my God. Amazing sandwich. And it was like $8.99.
It was a good-looking sandwich, I will say, social media-wise. It was a good-looking sandwich. But I'm telling you right now, walking into that Ralph's.
Yeah, but I do it all the time. I went there at 9:30 the other night to get water.
There's an automatic machine gun in the place. There's a guy holding an automatic rifle.
What are you going to do? This is downtown LA now.
No, it's District 9 in there. That's all I'm going to say.
What are you going to do?
It's
as long as you mind your business. I say hello to everybody. Whatever, it's fine.
I'm glad you went double meat and
Chris
double
walks
down.
in, he's like, "How you doing?"
How you doing, hon?
It was definitely that. So so the Kings game last night was not amazing, but I want to say this week overall was about milestones in the NHL and with the Kings.
Yeah.
So first of all, and I was talking to Graham in the back and Tim. Those are the guys that put together our YouTube stream, and they're fantastic. And I was letting them know what a milestone week it was in this league. So first of all, Drew Doughty, history on Tuesday night in the building. Drew Doughty scores an empty net goal in the 3-0 win against the Jets. Drew Doughty is now the franchise leader for the Kings in goals for a defenseman. He passed Rob Blake, the Hall of Famer.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a big moment for the Kings this week. And then one other thing, so good for Doughty, and they celebrated him again last night. They also celebrated our guy Mike Altieri last night as well with
great
the Kings.
hair.
I mean, the hair on Mike Altieri.
It's unbelievable.
I know it's a Hat Friday in there for everybody, but Bergman's got good hair. Morales has good hair. But Mike,
no, not anymore. I don't.
I had
great hair.
You put shoe polish all over.
I don't put shoe polish. I put Topic in, which by the way, Batesh is the one who turned me on to Topic because of TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
Samboni.
Yeah, Samboni did it. So it was a great milestone. And also Corey Perry, who we're now calling Scory Perry, because he's got 9 points in 9 games. He's been awesome. Corey Perry played in his 1,400th game this week as well. So big milestones. But the moment and the controversy that I have to get everybody's opinion about, and let's watch it on YouTube as well. Alex Ovechkin scores his 900th goal this week against the Blues.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Binnington, the goalie for the Blues. And by the way, DeMarco and Travis, good on them. They brought this up yesterday and had a great debate about it. But Jordan Binnington tried to take the puck out of the net after Ovechkin scored. In fact, didn't try. He did it.
He did. He put it in his shorts.
He stuffed it in his pants. He stuffed the goal in his pants. Now, I don't know if he was planning on going the whole game.
What did he put in his pants?
Well, I mean,
the puck.
The puck.
He
did
put
it to be a jerk.
In his backside, like in his hip to like buttocks area.
So he put the rubber puck in his pants to try to keep it, this piece of history. And later the ref comes up to him and says, "We're going to need that." And Binnington pretends and says after the game, well, by the way, I helped him out on that goal. I was really terrible coming out of the net. It was a nice backhanded goal by Ovechkin, by the way. And he's trying to play up that, I deserve the puck because I gave it up to him. Where do we stand on that? I mean, Binnington was
he's
trying
a moron.
right? And he's going to get away with it? I mean, you can. I mean, there is in the lore of hockey. I mean, there's a story that Chris Pronger took the game-winning puck when the Blackhawks beat the Flyers, that he took it and still has never given it back to the Blackhawks, that he still has it. That's the rumor, former Duck Chris Pronger. But how far did Binnington think he was going to get with that?
Well, listen, I'm sure the NHL was telling the officials, hey, look, this is a milestone goal whenever it happens. Make sure you get the puck and hand it to whomever because that's something that we're going to need. And the fact that Binnington tried to take it and hide it in plain daylight, by the way, for 18,000 people to see and a television audience to see. But I give him credit for this.
I have a puck in my office. I'm going to go get the puck right now.
You should get the puck.
Great. Will you put the puck in your pants and I'll put it in my pants?
This is a good
As long as I'm first.
Yeah. This is
I give him credit, though, Samboni. He thought to himself, this puck could be valuable. You know what? It's mine.
It's mine. And let me remind you, I said 900.
It was a very curb your enthusiasm moment
in the
NHL.
It was. And we can cue the music for what Cappy would have done. But 900, I just want to remind him, I said 900 really quick as if it was just something that happens. 900 never has happened in this league. Ovechkin's got more goals.
Gretzky's record,
he beat Gretzky last season, and now 900. No one's in the 900 club. So Great 8 is in the 900 club, and nobody else is there. And nobody else will be there. This is one of those that's going to stand. So that you're right. The Hall of Fame was calling, hey, we need that puck. And Binnington thought he'd get away with it, which was hysterical.
You ever been to the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto?
So you know what? I haven't. And we're going to get to Toronto. In fact, we can transition. It's a great transition, a great segue, George. Toronto. So I always like to bring a player to just everybody's attention for who the Kings have coming up next. Now, the Kings have next on Sunday. We've got an early game Sunday, 11 a.m. Sunday. The Kings play in Pittsburgh. They're back on the road.
Big road trip.
Yeah,
Yinzer or Cappy?
Yeah. And
Yinzer going to go down and see the Kings in that.
I got to get a Primanti Brothers sandwich. They put the French fries right in the sandwich. You got to have a Primanti Brothers. If you've never had one, it's incredible. The French fries are right there in the sandwich. So the Kings are going to be in Pittsburgh against Crosby. And this will be finally Kopitar gets to play Crosby. He was injured in the game that was here in L.A.
There we
So
go.
then though, they're
And
going to
here we
be
go.
in Toronto. They're going to be in Toronto, and the player I want you all to keep your eye on is Austin Matthews.
Oh, Austin Matthews, dude. He's half
yes.
Mexican, yeah.
And this is a great story, George. So what I love about Austin Matthews is, yes, the Mexican heritage. And again, this is an American player who plays for the most quintessentially Canadian club in hockey.
Isn't he from Phoenix or something?
But again,
He grew up in
yes,
Arizona.
yes,
His dad was a pilot. Mom was like a flight attendant. They met. They got married. She's from Mexico. And, I mean, he very much embraces his Latino roots.
Yes, he does. And again, he is a leader of a franchise that is just quivering to do something significant. They can't believe the success that Edmonton has had while they just can't get out of the second round. And if Graham is showing it on YouTube, the stat, Austin Matthews has an elite mustache right now.
Yep, we're watching it right now.
I mean, that is like key X-rated video mustache, right? I mean, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And Sydney's got one, by the way, that I think is questionable. Sidney Crosby's still got like 12-year-old hair. Does Morales have the puck?
I got the puck.
This is good.
So Cappy, you're going to put it. Cappy, Bergie, you going to put it in there?
Have you done it yet?
You know, he put it like hip behind his hip, like backside.
Well, let's admit though. Here, I'll stand up. Now, wait, I'll stand up here to show you this. Now, goalie pants, by the way. You guys seen hockey pants?
Yeah,
they
very
sit above. They sit up high.
The
like
puck's
this,
in his pants.
and they've got room. They've got room between the hip, right?
Now I'm going to put it in the front. I think.
So to really do it in some slim jeans, like Brown, I don't know.
I'm putting it in the Cozy Earth pants.
So this is where
love those Cozy Earth pants.
And by the way, so. Are these the same? These are the same cool yawns that were on Sedano on Cappy's neck this week.
By the way,
right?
For the people in the YouTube chat, like Aunt Esther, the puck just fell to the floor because these pants
went
are
all
so
the way
loose.
Through. What are you doing with those loose pants? Bergman, where's yours?
What do you want
is it
from
cozy?
me?
I had it in the back. I took it out, let Morales do it.
You
got
to get it like in this
I had to go
pelvic
first.
area here. Yeah, you got to get it right here. Yeah, that's where Binnington was trying to go with it.
Let the belt hold it in.
Yeah, let the belt hold it in.
My belt didn't hold it.
It didn't hold. It went to the floor. Well, Binnington was good. He had it in there, and the ref had to come over, which was great. So
in my larger days, it wouldn't have even been able to slide 1 inch.
So that's true. So check out Austin Matthews this week on that road trip. Some great Canadian cities, Montreal as well for the Kings. So this is going to be a fun one when they go to Pittsburgh and Montreal and Toronto, and then they finish with Grade 8 next, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday. The road trip is done finally in Washington, which is a fun one. And by the way, Bergman, This
Bergman.
week, Bergman. With Dodgers parade, incredible. And by the way, I mean, Jorge, the Dodgers parade, to be out there with you was the Torta Monday
was a lot of fun.
was amazing. That we found people making the torta in the street was outstanding. But this week, the Dodgers visited both the Lakers and the Kings, which was pretty cool. I heard you guys
Blake
talking.
Snell's all over the place.
Blake Snell, and I'm sure, shout out to Reese on our social team who was there with Blake Snell while he was banging the drum. I don't know if Graham and Tim have it back there, but Blake Snell is banging the Go Kings Go. This is where Marty McSorley was when Morales took a shot at him.
Mm-hmm.
So Blake Snell was there banging the drum for the Kings game, which was a really cool moment. And by the way, back-to-back champs in the Panthers were there, along with back-to-back champs the Dodgers, which was pretty cool to see Blake Snell there. But I got to say this. When we were at the game, when we were at the Wemby game, when we were at the Sedano Wemby game on Wednesday against the Spurs.
The Cappy Lappy.
Yes, the Cappy Lappy, but Glass now being in the building. And by the way, the dunk was incredible. But can I just say, and I'm going to bring the crazy Hernandez brothers into this. Tyler Glass now is a good-looking man.
Oh,
I mean, when you talk about Morning Wood, Tyler Glass now is a good-looking dude.
What are you talking about with the Morning Wood related to Tyler Glass?
I'm just telling you right now, Tyler Glass now.
Things got weird on the Friday.
They got weird. I'm a very confident man, but Tyler Glass now, I mean, to stare in his eyes, and we talked about good hair earlier for Altieri. Tyler Glass now, I mean, in a ponytail, I mean, pigtails he could do. I mean, Bergman, is that the best-looking Dodger? I mean, by far.
People say that he is right there at the top. Absolutely.
I would say
it's the hair.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
You
at
don't
all.
see it at all,
No,
Linz?
not at all.
Okay, so what about
He
this?
looks like, who's the actor he looks like?
He looks like Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
right?
whoever played. Yeah.
Oppenheimer. Yes, he does. And it's a great.
Right, except he's like
Murphy,
6'8".
a Murphy
right,
guy?
yeah.
Yes,
He's a
yes,
big dude.
Cillian Murphy. That's right. Cillian
Looks
Murphy.
like Cillian Murphy,
No,
right?
not for me.
So, Linz,
no.
okay, what about this? A lot of people say Kiermaier is the best-looking
He's a good-looking
MLB
guy.
player,
He's
right?
a good-looking guy.
I
He's
think
retired.
Yeah,
I don't like us judging guys' looks. I mean, I just
Wait,
don't.
we're not all confident and comfortable
No,
enough
it's
to say
not
that?
me and
You
Lindsay,
talk
we
about
go
the
back
hot
a little bit.
woman. You talk about the hot woman, Cappy,
Yeah.
and the Cappy Lappy.
I know, me and Linz go way back when it comes to players.
No.
I'm just telling you right now, Glass now got me to about 60%. I'd say
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah,
60%?
Yeah. I'd
Oh,
say,
really?
I'd
Right
say
there,
Glass now-
60%.
That's a good Cappy and Morales bit about something else.
Yeah,
But
I think so. So I just want to hit the morning wood on Glass now. I think he deserves the morning wood. But check out your Kings on Sunday morning, NFL Sunday, yes, and on the app. By the way, we talked about the app. The app's going to have 4 games, I believe, on Sunday that you can check out right here on ESPN.
Oh, yeah, I got to read that liner. So here's the fun thing.
And by the way, Cappy, next time you're having an issue with getting the game, obviously you just go to the app. And you can at least let Josh Schaefer and Darrell Evans take you through while you're waiting.
So
for
I
that to
hold
happen.
this liner up to the screen because
Yes,
we
very
think that
long.
we might have to
Oh,
update
wow.
the
What-
blow-up board.
Whoa, that is a long one.
So we might have to update.
There's a lot going on Sunday.
So I'm reading
you gotta
this
fit it all in.
Bergman,
Bergman wrote this liner.
I was going to write to Bergman. Great job getting it all in.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah, Bergman.
So
I
here's
get
the
it
thing.
all in.
Okay.
Including the
Okay, everybody stop for a second. Okay.
You can't stop Samboni.
Obviously.
This would have been a much better bit if he just read it and we made no mention of it.
I know, but now it's 9:54 and we hadn't read it yet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Sunday is a busy day on ESPN LA. That nothing gets your excitement like using the word busy in caps. Sunday is a busy day on ESPN LA and the all-new ESPN LA app. You could hear the Rams travel to San Francisco to take on the rival 49ers on 7:10 a.m., starting with the Rams countdown to kickoff. We didn't use a period at any point in there or a comma.
Bergman
At
just let it
11:30 a.m. The all-new ESPN LA app will have plenty to choose from as they – oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Okay, so you've gotten through 1. There's 4. You've gotten through 1 so far. What are we, 20
He
seconds in?
hasn't gotten through it, though.
You're right. You've gotten through the Rams game. That's 1 of 4. Keep
I
going.
wrote it quickly.
Obviously.
Here, I'll read it.
Let me start the
You
sentence.
should have seen Bergman, by the way, with someone else who's coming to the show, Cerruti. I can't wait till Cappy meets Dr. Cerruti. Bergman was great in there with him yesterday, writing copy.
Has he signed his partnership agreement?
I believe so. I believe we're there. I believe
The
we're all
all-new ESPN LA app will have plenty to choose from as the Kings take on the Pittsburgh Penguins starting at 10:30 a.m., followed by a full day of USC hoops action starting with the USC women facing NC State at 11:45 a.m.
That's 3 of 4. Okay.
And then the men finish off the day with Manhattan at 2:30 p.m. at the Galen Center. 4 games on one day, 1 app. That's not a bad one. That's a good one.
Who's finishing off the men?
Just click on each team's tile in the. Oh my God!
Come on, dude.
Jesus, dude.
You caught yourself on that one.
Did he catch himself? I think that was on purpose. No? That was fully on purpose.
Hit the dealer's choice music. We'll rewrite the app after the show. Rewrite the liner after.
We might have to rewrite the code for the app.
All right, it is time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal, brought to you by Seller's Advantage. I think Sedano just signed off, honestly.
Like Trudell, he just.
Want to sell your house before you call an agent? Call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a complete cash offer, no repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-as-is for a no-obligation offer, or visit sellersadvantage.com. DRE 0196-1658. Cappy, go ahead.
Well, I just want to review the week. It has been an amazing week here on the show. It really has. From the Monday of the Dodgers parade where we were all out on the streets, and then George came up with this whole thing with Morales. Morales deserved the punishment, and he's going to pay it off. He already spent $1,200 in Dodger gear, and now the G-string is coming. The painting will happen. Legal issues will be dealt with, but that will be completed. It was an amazing week on Monday. Then the notion of putting Sedano on my shoulders for the Wemby interview, where now I have a fused neck because Morales put all what he said was 230, but it was more like 280 on my shoulders.
Not 280. I was 280 a year ago.
Well, I'm just telling you, it felt like 280.
That was before double meat, though.
Yes, that's right. And the couillons on both sides of my neck as they expanded. It was disgusting. All of these things happened this week. It was an incredible week. And what a week of sports in L.A., from the Rams to the Dodgers to the Kings to the Lakers to USC tonight. What a week we have all just lived through. Shout out to all of you guys for being with us for all of it on radio, on app, on YouTube. We love all of y'all. And that's your dealer's choice.
Nice.
All right.
All right. All right.
Well, it is a Friday, a High Enough Friday. We thank you for listening. We will be back. We will be back Monday morning.
You all right there?
Well, after that liner.
That liner really threw you off.
Like I mentioned the Will.i.am segment yesterday.
You just nailed it.
That might have been the worst liner I've ever read.
Yeah,
imagine if that was at the beginning of the show.
There's been a lot of bad ones.
There have been a lot of bad ones.
And this one was the worst.
I
I'll
love
take
the
that.
Will.i.am
I'd rather be the
segment.
By the way,
worst.
the first 60 seconds of Will.i.am is great, and then it does take a turn.
It's going to go viral now after how Chris has been talking
the last
about
60
it.
seconds were really good, too.
Okay, so there you go.
They brought it home.
Have a great weekend. We will see you Monday at 7 a.m., the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you. Enjoy USC Northwestern tonight. Thanks to Keyshawn for joining us at 8 a.m. Rams, Niners on Sunday. We got Lakers, LA Kings in there somewhere. It's all on the ESPN LA app. And we wait for the next battle for LAFC that are in the playoffs. We'll see you Monday, 7 a.m. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone. Mongrels, take the rest of the day off, will you? I know I will.